Hi guys, welcome to my 55th live stream. Today is, hey guys, today is December 31st, the last day of 2020, and we are doing my 55th live stream. So I want to thank you guys all for coming. I really appreciate it. And let's see, I am going to start the voice call in a minute. So let's see. Epic says, "Hey guys, Happy New Year and good riddance 2020." Absolutely, Epic. This year has been terrible. Only a couple hours left, and this year is finally done. And hopefully, the year can start getting better. And you guys said you're ready, so I'm gonna start the chat.
Hey guys.
What up, y'all?
Hi guys. So thanks for being here tonight. Waiting on me. Although I mean,
Yeah,
I
you're
was
welcome, dude.
No problem,
I'm
man.
patient.
all right. So there's me, Dan, Matt, and Mickey.
Mickey.
Yes.
Yeah, we got a full house in here.
Oh
As
boy.
Negan would say, we got a full boat.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. We're all, I mean, you guys are the Negan fan club. I mean, like,
The Negan fan club.
Right now we are.
Yep,
yeah.
that's our chat right now, guys.
Yeah,
name
that's
of it.
funny. So, I think Matt, you said you wanted to do a stream talking about like everything in the future for 2021, like Walking Dead related. So, like Fear the Walking Dead season 6, the rest of the 9 episodes, as well as World Beyond season 2, and I guess season 11. No, sorry, season.
That's
10.
what I was thinking. Yeah, that's what I think in this stream would be. Is we would just like discuss
talk
like
randomly.
what's next for The Walking Dead. Like not like really focus on a forced like subject, but just talk
Multiple
about
things.
what's coming up. Yeah,
Just like come up with like predictions and ideas and stuff. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Call of Duty. That's an idea to talk about.
Oh yeah,
Nah.
Call of Duty Zombies.
I don't know, Mickey. Are you still playing Call of Duty?
Yeah, right now, dude. I'm killing zombies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can never get too far against the zombies in Call of Duty. I don't know, it gets too difficult. I can never make it to wave 10.
They're vicious as hell, dude. They come after you. They just don't stop coming.
Anyway,
Yeah.
all right. So honestly, season 10C, how do you guys feel about it? Like
I've
I'm
seen it. I don't care about spoilers, though.
I think season 10C should be pretty good. I'm just a little worried that it could be a little filler-ish. I'm a little worried that some of the episodes may not have the biggest point to it is my only kind of concern.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I could see that for sure. How I see 10C, right, is there's a few episodes I'm hyped for. Like, obviously, the Home Sweet Home episode I want to see because it's, the return back to The Walking Dead. We're going to see Maggie fully in a proper episode again. Probably going to be the star of this episode. And obviously, my most hyped episode is Here's Negan because we're going to get the Negan backstory finally.
Absolutely.
I died.
And that episode where Robert Patrick is going to be like the main villain for an episode. That one I'm also really excited to see.
I'm calling it right now, though. He's only going to be in that episode. They're either going to just kill him off, or he won't even be real, which is another theory I've heard.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is he's going to be a hallucination, and here's like how I think it'll happen. Apparently, Father Gabriel's going to get like super drunk in this episode, right? And he goes wandering off.
wait a minute, did something just happen? Hold on, guys. I think something weird just happened. Let's see. Okay, hold on, guys. Just 1 second. Hello? 1 second, guys. Hey Matt, I'm trying to connect right now. Something happened. I don't know. Oh wait, hold on. I think I see what the problem is. Hey, you guys hear me?
Yo, Brian.
Hey,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got lost with the direct messages, like, on the Discord. Like, I don't know, somehow it just, I lost connection for a little bit, but hopefully that's gone. Can you guys,
no
so,
problem, man.
so I missed a little bit what you guys were saying. Can you repeat that? Like,
So we were talking
Yeah.
about Robert Patrick's character being
And if
like,
he's not real,
yeah,
yeah, that part I'm not sure of. I don't know why, but I feel like that might be my least favorite episode from season 10C. Like, the one I'm most excited for is Home Sweet Home with Maggie and, Little Herschel, and then getting to see Negan. And I would say I'm also excited to see the episode with Carol and Daryl. Somewhat like a good excitement, and then the one with Eugene and the whole Commonwealth thing. I'm guessing it's going to be like an episode of just them being interviewed one by one, kind of thing.
is
Yeah.
the princess getting a backstory or something this season or this half or something?
I'm
Yeah.
also kind of excited for I'm excited for that episode with the Leah character. I'm wondering if like she's going to be a character that they keep, or if she's going to be like Robert Patrick, where she's just in like one episode. I'm kind of interested in seeing how that works out.
We'll see. Yeah.
Me too. I'm surprised they're adding like more characters, like just out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Because like we already got the Commonwealth.
There's people to get killed, my dude.
Yeah, true enough. They could get dropped. They're hard to say though.
That's true. It's just that like we already have like so many characters right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, we do, but like a lot of the characters we have, it's not as much as the early days where you used to have like all of these A-listers and like stuff. Like now, it kind of does feel like you could still use a few like more main characters, though, in my opinion.
Agreed. Yeah.
There's not enough main characters, I feel like.
Oh,
I
big
agree with
time.
you, man. Almost everyone's dead or lost.
Yeah, exactly.
Either they washed down river and got picked up by a chopper, or they're somewhere else and you can't find them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Epic says that he was trying to join. So
Oh, yeah, dude. Epic, by all means, if you want to join, absolutely.
Go ahead, man.
yeah.
You have
Epic.
open arms. We're like a kind, merry bunch.
Yeah, Epic. Do you see something called Negan Fan Club? 5 members. That's us. So
Yeah, dude.
just try
We're
to
in there.
start.
Yeah, there's a call going on right now. That's how you'll get on.
Yeah, he said I have no idea how to join. Okay, so yeah, maybe he just typed that in, and now he's trying to do what we just said. But yeah, Epic, you should go to Negan Fan Club and see all 4 of us talking in like this voice call or something, and there should be like a green button that says join. There should be something like that on the Discord page. So for season 10C, they finished filming. Like that part we can all agree on.
Well, yeah, because they even did, like, they said, I even mentioned in my video, too, how they're, like, planning on starting season 11 in January. I'm like, what? Like, that's crazy.
The fact that we're already getting, like, think about this, guys, like, within, like, a month, we're already getting into the final season, like, stuff.
Dude, you imagine how hard that's going to be on the actors, though, to do, like, 13 months of filming? Like,
And
man.
that's if COVID don't interfere and they have to shut production down for
I need to get COVID paid, to be honest, if they're going to be doing that many episodes.
Yeah, they better,
Exactly.
they better pay them more at this rate, because honestly, like, they deserve to be paid more for going through all this.
Oh, yeah, big time. Especially, like, JDM and, like, them.
Yeah, like JDM, Norman Reedus, even like Melissa and stuff like them few over there, I'd say.
Yeah.
I agree, but that's going to be tough on the budget, so they got to find a way. I hope they don't like cut corners in like a noticeable way. You know what I mean? Like they used to do in the past.
I can't help but like think though, like if they're gonna start filming in January, because this is what threw me off. How are they gonna manage to do like with everything going on right now? How are they gonna manage to do the Commonwealth like with all of these extras?
I don't
Mm.
know. That's a great question.
You could always say there's a plague up north in the Commonwealth. That's where they gotta wear a mask.
Yeah, they could do. I feel like they may actually just have to do that, which is going to be weird if they do.
Yeah, I don't know.
Either do that or hold off for a few more months till COVID's more under control, and then get just the normal Commonwealth stuff in.
Well, that's what I said about May too. Is that it's like they should just start in May like normal, like because by then it'll probably be a lot safer. At least we can all hope.
Especially with the vaccines out more by then, like it'll be administered to more of the general public, like us folks.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of us will have it by then. So yeah.
They should definitely film it out of order, the season. So film the characters, and everything else not involving the Commonwealth first, and then save the Commonwealth for like the very end of when COVID finally hopefully ends. I would say
maybe that's what they'll do. They'll do it like how they filmed like season 10 with like all the Michonne episodes first to like help out like the problems behind the scenes, and then they'll film what they have left.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, hold on, guys. On the Discord, does it say that Epic's trying to join?
No, I don't see anything.
It's like I'll join.
See him.
Hold on, let me try something. Do you guys
Man,
still?
if we can get 5 of us in here, that would be awesome.
Group or is he? It says there's 5 people, but I only see 4 people. Never mind. I know why you can't join. Yeah, under the chat.
What's his Discord? Just like one of us can add him.
Ratchet 21. I think that's Epic. I'm trying to add him, but I think he has to join us, Negan Fan Club.
Hey, what's his Discord name?
Yeah, like if we can get his name and friend him, we can add him to the chat.
Yeah, we could just add him.
Ratchet 21.
Like, what's like his like number at the end of his name?
Yeah,
It's like 4-digit number.
It's 7393, I think.
Okay,
Oh, I
I'm
don't
gonna
see
look it
that.
up. We should
Give me a
both look
sec.
at.
I'll
we
be
should
right
all
back.
look
I'm
at
gonna
it.
get something to eat real fast.
Yeah, I see it right here. It's 7393 is the number.
Okay, and hang on one sec here, guys. How do you spell it?
Ratchet. Hang on, I just jumped out of it. Hang on, sorry.
And is there any caps or anything?
Capital R, and then it's just normal ATCHET,
Yeah.
and then 21.
Ratchet 21, and then what's the number code?
It's 7393.
7393.
Yeah, that should be it.
Send friend request. Okay, I sent it.
Perfect.
All right, well, Epic, when you get my friend request, just accept it, and then I can add you to our chat here.
All right, thanks, guys. Because I couldn't see Epic's number. I mean, I think I could have done it, but I didn't want to lose connection again, like how I did earlier. So, because like I'm still trying to get, because this is still somewhat kind of new to me. On Discords. So we
haven't really done this either with this many people before either. So yeah,
this is gonna be a big thing. This is a big stream.
It's like at this point we don't even need the chat on the on the side, like, because no one's gonna be typing. It's just gonna be all of us talking.
Yeah, no, this is just gonna like serve for like anybody that wants to watch it after.
Let me see it. Yeah, I'm on stream right now, buddy. It's it's not. No, don't play. That's too inappropriate for you. Okay, does Epic accept my friend request?
Yeah, I don't know. I still don't see him.
I don't see him. Yo, Epic, you actually have to accept my friend request, and then I can add you to the chat, bro.
Yeah, dude, Epic. If we can get you in here, I'm just saying, like, I think that would be that'd be the cherry on top for us.
Yeah, and then Kade might join in too, apparently.
Wait, who might join?
Kade, Wasteland Kade.
Oh, okay.
And then that would be like 6 people, and then all we would need is DeRosa if he joined.
Oh boy!
Can you imagine we get like 10 people on stream? This would be like the stream to end all streams.
Yeah, it would be crazy. So I think we were talking about how. Oh wait, Epic asked, how do I do that?
You accept the friend request.
Yeah, you just gotta go to your friend request, man.
Yeah, it should pop up.
Yeah.
So okay, so you guys want to talk about death predictions, like which characters are safe, which characters might die in 10C?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Let's rule out 2 right away. Daryl and Carol are 100% safe.
Yeah,
And
they
I would say
confirmed it.
Negan.
Yeah, they confirmed all 3 of them. It's like I don't get it, AMC. Why?
Yeah. I think Maggie is also really safe. I would say because she just came back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Herschel
Yeah.
too.
But
Yeah,
I
him
know
too.
the 3 big confirmations is that Daryl, Carol, and Negan are all safe. Because I think they confirmed that Negan is going to be a co-star on the spinoff, so he'll be there.
Yeah, and also Maggie, because I mean, like it goes without saying. I feel like Maggie's probably like they wouldn't have her return just to kill her off like this.
No, that'd be pointless to even bring her back at that point.
Yeah, no, they're gonna keep her too. I think they just want to keep some tension, so they're not saying anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's not like the show would bring back a character we haven't seen in a while and then just kill them off, like very fast all of a sudden, and totally pointless.
And I'm not pleased with Maggie's character right now, but no way would I want them to kill her off. That would really affect the story.
Epic just accepted the request. I'm going to add him here now.
Awesome. Man, we've never actually talked to Epic like this either, so I'm actually kind of excited if he manages to join.
Same. Okay, Epic, you're on the chat now, bro. So what?
I see him. I see him.
Just hit the thing. Is he in a call?
Yeah, he is.
Hey, Epic, what's up, bro?
Hey.
What's up, man?
Awesome.
Good.
Hey, Epic, I can. Is your volume okay? I can't really hear you very, very well.
Oh, really?
Oh wait,
I hear you
I'm
good
hearing
now.
Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Perfect. We got a full boat, guys.
Yes,
Awesome.
we know. It's a full boat.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Good,
what I was gonna
good.
say is, 10C. Do we think anyone's gonna die during 10C?
Like I said, I think we can easily rule out Daryl, Carol, Negan, and Maggie. But what about Ezekiel and Jerry? How about those ones?
For
I hope
10C?
Jerry doesn't die.
Yeah. I think Jerry will survive 10C. I feel like Jerry will not die for the rest of the show. I feel like if they wanted to kill Jerry, I feel like they would have offed him in the cave.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think Jerry.
Same with the dog.
Yeah, dog too. Dog will survive. I think Jerry will definitely survive. It's Jerry. It's like, come on, he's got to survive.
I'm just glad. I'm glad that like Jerry didn't die in the cave episode because you got to admit, if they would have had Jerry die there by like all the walkers and stuff, they would have easily everybody be mad at Carol because that's why Jerry would have died is because of Carol.
I don't know if people would have forgiven Carol for that because
Jerry's a fan favorite,
like a beloved character, man. Like if Jerry dies, I feel like people would they'd riot, like how they say with Daryl.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey guys, looks like we have a new person. Viking is here. He said, "I see the new characters dying."
The new characters.
I see new characters dying. Oh, you're talking like Maze and the new character. Was that girl with the shotgun? What's her name?
Leah.
Leah,
yeah.
Leah, yeah. I feel
can
like
see that.
they may even just do like those characters die and like because I'm telling you right now, I feel like season 10C is not going to have the most major impact on the story. It's just to stretch it out. I feel like some things are going to be useful, like the Negan backstory and Maggie's return, but there's going to be a lot where when we're going to look back on this half season, we're just going to be like, we can skip that.
Yeah. Okay. What do you guys think about this theory that there will be renegade whisperers during 10C?
Surviving whispers.
Yeah. I kind of think that, I mean, even though I think it would make it interesting, I really love the way that they did the season 10 finale with the mask going off the cliff. It just feels right to end the whispers there.
I agree, Dan, 100%.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. But I wouldn't be against it. I don't know. I'm not expecting it, I guess, is more so what I'm saying.
Right.
Aren't all the whispers wiped out?
I think they are, yeah. But the rumor is that Well, okay, this is what they said: is there'll be a new there'll be like a threat.
All
still
right, I've
around.
returned.
Like, hey, Mickey, what's up, bro?
Hello, we got Epic here. Cool.
Yeah, Epic's in the chat now. Okay, so like
Welcome,
I was saying, they're saying there would still be a recurring threat throughout 10C. Now, my opinion is it's either going to be Renegade Whispers, or it's going to be either Maze or Virgil potentially. Although I doubt Virgil really.
I honestly kind of think that Maze would be. We all know Robert Patrick would kill it as a villain, but I still am like gonna say he's only gonna be in one episode, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. I feel like he's either going to be a hallucination, or like I said earlier, he's going to be a villain that's exclusively for Father Gabriel for one episode, and then Father Gabriel's going to kill him at the end of the episode.
Yeah,
I
which is kind.
definitely see
That's
him
what I'm
being
nervous
like,
about.
Yeah.
I definitely see him being like a freaking Jocelyn type character.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, he could be like kind of like that, where it's like a personal villain for the character.
Yeah, that's true. I could see that.
Kind of like, I don't know if you could really compare this one, but Merle kind of was that for Daryl in a way, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit. I could see that a little bit.
My
Kinda like how
opinion,
Shane was for
Merle
Rick.
died too soon.
Oh, Merle died way too soon. In my opinion, Merle should have lived until Too Far Gone. He should have been a Too Far Gone death.
Too Far Gone needed some more deaths anyway. I feel like maybe that one makes sense.
Yeah, have Merle die like a I don't know, kind of like how he did in The Sorrowful Life. Like, still have him go out like heroically, but just stretch the character out so that way we don't lose him in the season he returns. He gets to at least stick around until season 4, and then like Daryl has to still put Merle down as a walker. It would just be during the prison war, which I feel like would have even more of like an impact, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder what
And
they would do with Merle though for like the illness storyline and stuff like that. Like I wonder how they would include him.
I bet
yeah,
you what
he
they would
really
do.
have died the exact same death in Too Far Gone.
Like, this is what I'm thinking is he could like help around. He could help Herschel like with saving the people. So we think that like Merle's fully redeemed himself. He's a good person now. Maybe we think he sticks around as a main character, and then shockingly during Too Far Gone he's killed off. It would be shocking, and it would be like a brutal death for like the fans too, because a redeemed character dies like that.
Well, also because like Merle, you got to admit that would be kind of cool if like Merle showed up like just a few episodes near the beginning of the prison arc, and then at the very end of the prison arc, he goes. It's like he goes with it.
Yeah, I would have liked that more personally.
Yeah, that's true.
You think they could have given
T-Dog would have lived longer.
T-Dog. Yeah, I could see that.
so
I'm wanting him and Merle to reunite.
Yeah, that's what I was saying on yesterday's stream. Is T-Dog and Merle definitely should have seen each other again in season 3.
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity.
Big time.
Because if you think about it, that scene on the rooftop in season 1, that was their last confrontation.
Yep, it's true.
Yeah, which is crazy because it's like you always like when you see that scene, you're always like, man, what would it be like if they met again? But they never did.
No, T-Dog never even knew Merle was still alive. He died before they even found out he was still around.
Yeah, I remember Merle said like he's like I wonder if T-Dog would like bygones to be bygones. I'm like, man, what a missed opportunity.
Yeah, it was missed opportunity.
I wasn't even expecting his death in Killer Within.
Yeah, that was a death-ridden episode, Killer Within, because you got T-Dog, Lori, and then you had a minor death with Andrew.
Andrew's death was epic, though. Honestly, like Andrew's death was like amazing, honestly, because I love how like Oscar just like gives Rick his gun back. That was an awesome scene.
Yeah,
I hated Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew was a prick.
Yeah, we gotta talk about Killer Within sometime, like next month.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as far as Merle, I think like if he wasn't Too Far Gone, if he did die in that episode, like I think you guys said, give him sort of the same death, but just delay it. And I think the only death you could have done is like maybe they could have like given him Alice's death. Do you guys remember Alice from the comic books? How when Rick and Lori, Judith, Carl were all running, she stayed behind to watch her back and make a last stand, and then the governor killed her. So like, do you guys think like they could have given Merle that death?
Yeah, well, yeah, they could have. I think. I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's definitely something they could have done. But also, like Merle's death in season 3, like Matt was saying, I feel like they could have actually found a way to just kind of
Return
blend that in
again.
Too Far Gone.
Hey, Mickey.
Ted, he could have died the exact same death in Too Far
I'm gonna send
Gone.
you something down. I don't know if it's been sent to you yet.
Yeah, definitely.
He could have died a similar death. You know?
Wait, there's 6 of us now.
Oh, that's Kade. What's up, bro?
Hey, kid.
Hey, what's
Cade,
up,
my
guys?
boy.
Hey, what's up, Mickey?
What's up, Cade? How you
What's
doing?
up?
We have,
Well,
oh my goodness,
Talk-
we have
talk
so
about-
many people.
Talk about a full boat now, guys. Wow.
yeah,
Yes.
we got the
Hey,
whole
Dan.
crew here.
We have so many
Oh, yeah,
people.
have-
this whenever you'd like. All right.
I'm gonna have
Bro, does
to.
anybody does anybody know how to like go like full speaker mode? Because right now I can barely hear you guys.
Are you
Turn up your
using
volume.
headphones or just
yeah, wait,
using phone speaker?
1 second. I got you. All right, 1 second.
I can hear you a little bit better.
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Yeah.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's, guys.
Happy New
yeah,
Year.
tink you. Like,
Okay,
yeah,
can you
definitely
guys-
happy
New
New
Year's.
Year to everyone.
Can you guys hear
And
me
then we're
better?
4 hours off.
Oh yeah.
Good
Well,
riddance
3.5.
to year.
Can you guys hear me better now? Because like I don't know, I switched to some earbuds.
I hear you.
All
Awesome.
right, good.
Like,
All right.
Hear
I'm
you
hoping
loud and clear, chili
2021
dog.
year.
Awesome.
Okay,
Perfect.
so back to like earlier what I was saying. Who else like okay, so before we continue on, who do you think is going to die in like if anyone's gonna die in 10C, pick one character, who would you think?
They should kill. I mean, they should kill Scott at this point. I'm just gonna say it.
Yes.
Oh, here we go again. Let's go.
Where he always comes back, but
Like,
yeah,
I
it's like
there, but he doesn't do anything.
It's like Scott just sneaks back in, like he's like zzz, just withers his way in.
You guys imagine they like secretly like they like fake us out, and there's actually a 7th extra episode, and they don't tell us, but it's just like a Scott episode or something.
Scott-
oh my goodness.
You imagine
Guys.
here's Negan is all a ploy, and then
Gu-
they like put a trailer out, and they're like, "Oh,
Here's
Negan.
Scott."
We meant here's Scott."
If you guys didn't
Exactly.
know, in season 11, Scott's the main character actually.
Oh yeah, Scott.
Nice.
Like I said last stream, Scott is actually the cure for the Walker virus, and they actually abducted Rick by accident, and they're gonna come and they're gonna take Scott instead.
Yeah, you imagine like Rick's just like, wait, like what did you say my name is? And they're like, your name's Scott, right? And Rick's just like, no, you got the wrong person.
He's
It's
like,
just like,
nah, I'm
what?
Nick, not Scott.
And this
They just
CRM's
dump
just
him
like,
back.
sorry guys.
It's been 7 years, and it's like I keep telling you guys I'm not Scott. You know. Oh my goodness.
Rick's like, "Do I look bald?"
Oh my
Well, season 9, he was almost there, wasn't he?
And then
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
kinda.
6 years later, they're still just like, no, we keep telling you, it says Scott on this like piece of paper we have. It's like, where are you getting your information?
Imagine if Rick in the modern day timeline has like a ponytail or something, like
Oh.
a braid.
I wonder if they're gonna make him like super like gray though, like in the timeline that we're in right now.
Yeah, I'd say something like that. Probably have like a big bushy beard, like maybe like season 6 Morgan at the start.
I'm calling it right now though. If those movies start filming in the summer, I guarantee guys, when we're watching the season like 11, like the first few episodes of season 11 in the fall, we're just gonna be like watching it, and like during commercials, they'll just surprise us with like a 30-second like something new of like Rick or something.
I can see it.
I could definitely see it.
They would just completely throw us off. It would like get everybody so excited if they did that.
Whatever
Mhm.
they could do to hype us up, man. Like, because like I was saying earlier, like we really need to see some Rick stuff. It's been in like too much of a wait.
Yeah,
Mhm.
more so like November 2018. It's like, come on, guys. Like,
Well, it's been more than 2 years now, and it has felt like really short since Rick's final episode. But in reality, it's been a while.
Mhm.
yeah, it
Let's
has,
make a
man.
man.
2 hours. I mean, not 2 hours. 2 years.
Hey Matt,
What's up, Epic?
how do you like this for Negan's death? He's kneeling on his knees, and Herschel Jr. looks at him, says, "This is for my father," and he shoots him.
If
Wow.
Herschel Jr.
Come
killed
on,
him,
don't let him die like that.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I
I mean-
I would actually be upset about that. I'd just be like, no, man.
I mean, it makes sense, but it's a crappy death.
Well,
To
maybe
be honest,
he doesn't die that way, but it would be funny if Herschel Jr. said, "This is for Glenn" or something.
They got to do it the right way, I think. So like, it can't come off as like it from an action movie or something. Like, because this is The Walking Dead, you know what I mean? But I definitely think that if anyone, it should be Herschel Jr. I'm just saying, if Negan were to die, I think that is.
Yo, yeah, we all know how I feel. I personally feel like Maggie does not have the right anymore, honestly.
She had one
Yeah,
job.
she missed her chance in season 9.
Yeah, and because she messed up and she didn't go through with it, Rick is gone because of that. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it.
that was Daryl fucked up the plan, and then they fell in that hole.
Like I said, Daryl should have been a better friend and just actually like not messed around and like tricked Rick. Just saying.
Agreed.
yeah, agreed on that one.
In my opinion, and people like come after me for this sometimes, but Daryl, alongside Jed and the other dude Savior, but along with them, but Daryl and Maggie are the main antagonists of 9A, at least the Civil War arc.
Well, in that scene, like when Rick and Daryl are in the pit, and he's like, "I would die for you." I'm just like, "Well, like, do you really mean that after all you've been doing?" Like,
Agreed.
Guys, just have like a strip fist fight. I'd die for you.
I did like how Rick was just like, "You set that up too." Like, I like how he threw it back in his face.
Definitely.
But I do think it would be very powerful if Herschel Jr. said, "This is for my father," before killing him.
Yeah.
Well,
It
Glenn
sounds
wasn't a
very
vengeful
like
person,
it
though.
sounds like a movie. Like it sounds like a
Yeah.
movie scene. I just like if they did that though, I feel like it would really surprisingly it would actually offend a lot of fans. I feel like either way they did it.
I do want to say Glenn's not a very vengeful person, so he probably wouldn't care if Negan died or not.
No, that's also another thing I'm kind of wondering about. Like, how would Glenn handle it if like if Negan killed like Maggie, let's say, like how do you guys think Glenn would handle that? Do you think that would be the first time he'd be like, no, like I'm gonna
Can I
kill
say something
him?
real quick? I feel like Glenn would come real close to killing him, but then he said, "I'm not coming down to your level" or something like that.
I don't know. I
Because
think
remember,
that,
Glenn had morals.
yeah, but I think with Maggie, that's kind of crossing a line. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
Looks
I
like
agree
Buddy's
with.
just on the phone.
I actually agree with Brian. I think that honestly, at that point, you hurt Maggie. I feel like that's when Glenn just like honestly has enough of it.
I could definitely see that.
Exactly.
I could.
And
we
we
saw.
saw that in
we
season
saw-
7 when Negan was about to hit her. He freaked out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was actually about to bring up. Like he actually started.
Yo,
like,
full on fucking Rambo, I swear, man. You know how Rambo is,
Could you
right?
imagine?
oh, Kade, sorry, language, if you don't mind.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't mind, man, but I mean, I'll say it occasionally. I ain't gonna say it constantly, so you ain't gotta worry.
Oh, I'm Kate. That's Mickey.
Oh, okay. But
One
yeah,
sec,
if we
Eli,
can
just-
keep
I'm on a
it
live stream right now, buddy.
if we can keep it PG or PG-13, that would be great.
Nah, PG-14 sounds better.
Okay.
Also, I wonder if we'll see scenes with Herschel and Judith.
I hope
yeah,
so.
that'd be
I hope so.
No, I'm all sorry, Emma.
Who do you think is going to get the death at the hands of Sebastian in the final season?
I'm honestly,
Dave.
I'm nervous about Negan. I'm not gonna lie. There's something in my head that just keeps thinking like, what if they adapt like Negan dies and then Judith comes into the room and like finds him like as a walker. That would be so depressing. I feel like.
Wow. Yeah, it would.
What about Aaron?
Negan will be in the. I think Negan is going to be in the Daryl spinoff. That's the thing.
Dude,
I-
you know I'd be up for that.
Oh,
I mean, like if they just say like, yeah, it's a Daryl and Carol show, but let's add on like let's keep it secret that actually Negan's there too.
Hey,
Yeah,
what about
'cause-
Aaron?
I
Since,
think
he's dressed as Comic Rick, so
yeah.
see Aaron.
I think it's either
They'd have
going
to
to be
build
Aaron or
Aaron
Negan.
up a
Oh,
lot.
no.
They would have to build Aaron up
I
a
can't
lot
picture
in this
them.
final season.
I can't picture them doing like Negan's statue in the town though. I can't see them going that
They won't
far.
do that. They won't
Yeah,
do
they
that.
won't do that.
They're
See,
just gonna cut that out. I feel like.
Maggie would burn it down, or burn it, like, or something like that. You know what I mean? A
Well, they
statue.
break it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Or she would just burn it down, and then she'd look at everybody. She'd be like,
Sorry, buddy.
"Oops."
So I was thinking maybe like
That's so aggressive, man.
I was thinking either for that death they would have to go big or go home.
What do you mean?
Like they would either have to do something big or not do it at all.
With the Sebastian death, 100%.
Yeah, that's true. It better
Keep
do
Father
like everybody.
Gabriel for it. Give it to Gabriel. Honestly, I could really see him taking it because
I could see that if they wanted to do that.
give it to
I'm not
Father
looking
G.
forward to Sebastian in the show.
I'd say if Morgan was on the main show that he could take it.
Yeah, I'm actually
Yeah.
kind of happy though that he's not, because like Morgan right now, like I'm actually glad that he's alive and doing his thing right now.
Saying
I think Morgan should have died in season 8 instead of Carl.
Mm.
I
See,
do like
Morgan
what they're
in the
doing.
comics did die long before him, so
Yeah,
I
I
gotta say, story-wise, Carl is like story-wise, Carl's a better character. But in terms of like a character I enjoy more, season 6 Morgan, at least, I'm grateful he's still here. I gotta be honest.
yeah.
This isn't my theory, right? This
I
is
love season 6 Morgan, but if he died in season 8, Madison would still be alive.
I was thinking, right, like I was this isn't my theory, right? But what if like I saw like maybe Carol might take the Bastion death.
Well, yeah, I would have actually said that, or at least like put that as a possibility if they didn't frickin' confirm the whole like Daryl and Carol show. Like, I'm just like, what?
I know. I was like, well, that's what I was thinking too during that theory. I was like, the only way they'd be able to pull that off is if like the Daryl and Carol thing was before, which would make no sense. That'd be stupid.
That'd be awful. If they did that, I'd be like, oh, this is nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
They got to pick the right character, and I just hope it's not Negan, because ironically, even though like he caused like a big like a lot of people dropped the show because Negan, but I personally think that honestly his death would get some hate. I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So technically, it was also Gimple's bad writing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll see. Like I don't know. Like I think I don't know. Like either with the Sebastian death, I can definitely see Father Gabriel or Aaron. Either one of those two.
You know, like, yeah, you can blame season 7's bad ratings on Gimple.
Definitely, because he made
I
poor
swear, that guy
choices.
sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like people would probably give me hate for this, but I'll just say it. Season 8. Okay, now imagine this: keep Carl alive, keep Morgan on there, have Morgan be the way he is on the main show, like right now as he is on Fear. Like imagine season 6 Morgan, but for season 9 and 10 of the main show. And
That's
That
what
would've
they
been
should have
awesome.
done with his character while he was on the show. Like Gimple had
Definitely.
to mess that up. He should have actually taken some ideas from David Alpert, honestly.
Yeah.
Here's my thing.
Imagine if they offed Daryl in season 8, but you kept that Morgan and you kept Carl around. I feel like that might have actually worked.
Well, there's people in
Story-wise.
season. I think we can all agree there was at least a time or two in season 8 where we were all like, okay, like if he went, it wouldn't be the biggest deal.
Because no one liked Daryl in season 8.
And then and then Norman Reedus just like brought like his 100% in season 9 and 10. We're like, oh, we love him again.
Here's my thing. Right. Here's my thing. Right. Keep Carl alive. Switch it out maybe with somebody else. I don't know who, but keep
That ruined
then
season 8 for me was Carl's death and Daryl.
Yeah, you keep Daryl the way he usually is, like the good old thinking for other people, not just for himself, and then make it a 13 episode season. There you go. I think that could fix season 8.
Yeah.
And Carl's death really ruined that season for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I didn't like the first half of the season. There's little parts of the second half I do like, but it's still a disappointing season.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, like, I feel like what they could have done right was the first half of season 8 be they could use it like they can make it the all-out war, and then the second half maybe the start of the new beginning.
Yeah, I could see that because that would actually like the pacing would be quicker, and then like they could actually introduce the whispers like right at the like near the end of the season. Like imagine how perfect that would be.
And look at this also. Rick will be able to see the whispers.
Well, like they make us wait, like they make us wait an entire summer to actually like see the whispers, because like they tease it or something, but then you have to come back and you know what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dan's
I love
version.
it.
I think Dan's version is the best way. All of season 7 being the Negan arc, and that way season 8 is a new beginning. Rick gets to see the whispers for season 8 and season 9.
And guys, honestly, like let's just also say that who knows, maybe we'll actually get to see what that'll look like. Just saying.
And I was also thinking, right, with as long. Well, shoot, now I'm blanking on what I was going to say.
But yeah, Fear the Walking Dead season 5 kind of soured me on the series, but season 6 kind of turned me back into a fan of it again.
Yeah,
Definitely.
dude, season 6 is a masterpiece compared to what season 5 was. Like, it is the best part of Fear, if you ask me.
Exactly. I mean, season 5. The best way to recap it, just rewatch Tom's death.
Yeah, seriously, that's literally all the season is about. Is literally that's how you do a little recap. You just show his death, and it's like, okay, that is how you describe every character in that season. Okay, just jump into season 6 now.
Well, Tom's death would fit more in Z Nation.
Well,
Z Nation, if they did that in Z Nation, I would be like classic Z Nation.
Oh man, Z Nation, man,
A lot of people compare Fear season 5 to Z Nation.
Well, it really was, wasn't it? Like just flying into a bunch of unexperienced pilots flying a plane. I mean, come on now.
How did they put that plane together? Is my biggest question.
Oh, are you talking about Fear season 5?
Yeah.
Plot.
Oh boy, I can go on all day about that.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the second half.
I'm very curious what this new group is. Like the Doomsday group, like the leader, or the old guy who was talking to Alicia. He, if you guys don't know, that's the actor from. He was in Smallville as Lionel Luthor. If you guys ever watched Smallville,
I knew he looked familiar. I was gonna say I saw him somewhere.
Yeah, who was it?
Okay.
I will say, Alicia better not die in Fear, or I'll be pissed.
Yes, I think. Exactly. Well, I am definitely on that page. If Alicia dies, I'm going to be so upset.
So the actor the guy that was talking to Alicia, I don't know his name, but he played Lionel Luthor, Lex Luthor's dad, in Smallville, back in the early 2000s.
I did not know that. That's cool.
Yeah, he's awesome. Also, if you look him up, he's actually a classically trained villain actor, which makes me think he'll probably end up being the leader of this group then.
He may. I mean, I hope that they actually get like I hope he's a good actor that knocks it out of the park, because Fear needs a good villain. Let's be honest. The bounty hunter might actually be my favorite villain, and he was only for one episode.
Oh, it's Troy for me.
Ever since season 4, Fear's villains have been garbage.
Well, I was about to say, he blows season 5 and 4 Fear villains out of the freaking water.
Well, honestly, I feel like Fear even had bad villains in season 3. Like, I liked Walker at first, but then he just turned out boring after a while.
Well, I don't know what medicine was about.
Show has had strong villains, and Fear's villains have been pathetic.
Yeah, exactly.
The only good Fear villain has been Troy.
Hey, Mickey, have you seen Fear yet or no? I can't remember if you did.
No, I don't really watch it. Not my thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you ever do, 1
I
through
watched
3,
Fear when it first started.
Then do a recap for 4 and 5.
A little bit after, it got kind of dumb for me, and I just didn't want to watch it.
Man, well, I mean, don't go anywhere near season 5. Then you'll definitely not ever want to see it.
I don't. We'll talk about Fear the Walking Dead.
But Martha proves that Ian and Andy are shippers.
Yeah. The mom in there and Fear does suck. I'd agree with you that.
Yeah, that's true. The way they write, dude, I'm so glad they're off the show.
Agreeing with me and other people.
David Alford actually done some good stuff.
Martha proved that they were terrible showrunners.
Oh yeah,
I just can't stand how they're taking credit though for season 6. Give David give him the credit that's due.
And Matt, what you're talking about earlier, like even the person that played Kawataka really came at fear in and Andrew's throats.
Oh yeah, the guy who played
Oh
Walker
no, I spawned
from
in the middle of the
season 3
battlefield. Oh
said
no.
that season 4 and 5 are a disaster and are a disgrace to TV.
They are. I completely agree. That's probably why they like will never see his character again. But I don't care. I'm glad that he was honest because we all agree.
Dude,
Exactly.
AMC actually tried to like sue him to shut him up and all that.
Exactly.
AMC, I don't really know what AMC can like work with though, because it's like how are they really going to sit there and say that our show is amazing when you talk about season 4 and 5? Like you can't say that with a straight face.
No. Season 6, however, man, they brought it back.
On my channel, you can. I think I made a rant on Martha where I'm just basically ranting about her for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I made a whole video on it.
Well, I was also like saying season 3, the arc with like the Indians and stuff, and like the uncharted territory type of story arc, that was really, really good.
It was, dude. It was so good when like the guy. It was so brutal too. Like when they were actually like when the crows were like eating the guy's head. I'm like, this is some creepy stuff. Like this is some really uncomfortable stuff. But then they just ruin it by the time they move in. Once they move into the ranch, it's just like completely ruined.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I'm like,
Fear is my favorite season of Fear.
mm-hmm.
I would have to actually say season 6 is my favorite. I think season 3 is kind of overrated. It's good, but it is slightly overrated.
Absolutely.
They did too many deaths in season 3.
The only thing I didn't like about season 3 was Travis dying.
Yeah,
that was
a
pathetic.
Mistake. Such a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dan.
Mm-hmm. I think Mickey had a question
check
for
out
you.
that thing I sent you yet. I don't know where Dan went.
There,
I'm
Dan.
scared now.
Bro, I
Yeah,
just heard
Is Dan still on the call?
Yeah,
he's
here,
here.
guys. I'm here.
Yeah, you can talk.
Oh, he's back.
So, Danny, check out that thing I sent you.
Yeah, hold up.
All right. Seen which I know you haven't looked at it, but I don't know if you're excited because
Oh wow, dude, that's so cool.
What is it?
Episode 1 of the new town, same problems.
Oh, of Shattered Man. I love
I
that.
sent him the first episode early, and one of these days I'd like us to release the rest of it.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Mickey.
watch that. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Also in these season 10 bonus episodes, I'm hoping Maggie will actually give RJ some credit and actually speak to him.
Yes, he's Rick's actual child, like RJ. Like, I mean, Michonne didn't get to say goodbye to him, or and Maggie she was hugging Judith and didn't really like.
I know he had a boy named RG.
Dude, RJ is such a background character. He's like the little kid Scott is what he's turning into.
Yes,
Which
and
is
this is
pathetic,
Rick's son.
'cause
This is Rick's son.
He's Rick's son. Like, what the heck?
Like Rick's second son. How the hell did I not know he exists?
Yeah, he's the son of the legendary Rick Grimes.
How do I not know he
exactly.
exists? That bugs the hell out of me. I'm like, I must know who that dude is.
And the fact that Judith is Shane's too. It's like, come on, man.
Weird combination.
I still I
yeah,
forget
no,
that sometimes, and then people remind me, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that's right.
I know Judith's Shane's kid, but she acts way more like Rick than Shane.
Well,
Yeah,
because
she
grew up
definitely
with Rick.
does.
the Judith from season 6 through like 9A, she looked like Shane, but Kaylee Fleming looks like freaking Andrew Lincoln. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, she definitely does. She's doing a fantastic job so far. I would never trade her. I think she's an amazing actress.
Do you guys?
Agreed.
Yeah,
Do you guys remember?
I don't understand some of the people who hate Judith.
I guess because she was a baby for so long, like from season 3 to 8, which is a very long time in the show. But do you guys remember how Judith changed drastically from seasons 4 to 8, like in terms of looks?
Yeah.
But it's only been a few.
Yeah,
years.
that was
like a baby actor.
that was way too much. And then also people kind of have to realize too, so many people are like, why isn't Maggie showing yet? And I'm just like, it's because she's not 8 months, 9 months pregnant. Like people keep saying why isn't Maggie showing more? I'm just like, no, it's she's not that pregnant.
It's actually been confirmed that season 6 from 605 now to like season
got me. Nice.
till season 8 episode 16 has only been 2 months.
Dude, that's crazy to think though that literally only in 2 months all that stuff happened. Like they were terrorized, they went to war, like all that stuff.
I know.
It feels too short, like for them, like that. I don't believe that too much. Like,
look how much Judith. We'll just take Judith as an example. Look how much she grown since season 6 to.
But look at
8.
Carl. Carl aged like 2 years and 2 months. It looks weird.
It's like they tried to have Negan treat Carl like he was little or something when he went to the sanctuary, and it's like, no, he's like a grown man almost.
That's my problem. 7 and 8. Carl looked way too old for some of the scenes.
They should have recasted. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Yeah, they should have.
That might have looked weird.
It's like something happened in like season 6 to 7 or something.
Yeah,
I mean, like-
puberty.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Well,
why
it's
it's
like
In
Are we
season
supposed
8, episode 1, when he's walking with Rick, he's almost taller than Andrew Lincoln.
Wanker.
I think he was taller, but yeah.
Do you guys remember that picture from season 8, episode 8, when you just have them walking on the street after scaring off Sadiq, and you just see that picture, and it's like they're like the same height. It's like what?
Well, I mean, it's like you really expect us to think this is like a freaking 13-year-old kid. I mean, come on now.
I know Negan
The
even
kid's
talks
about
to him like as if he's
16.
like-
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping Angela Kang doesn't make the same mistake with Judith.
Mm-hmm.
No, but like, do you guys notice that like literally Negan like talks to Carl in season 7, episode 7, like when he shoots down the like 2 men or whatever, he's like you are adorable. Like it's like they try to make him like sound like he's like 12, but it's like no, you're talking to like an actor that's like what 18.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's
Should have got Carl when he was about 10, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah, he started the show when he was 10, like in real life.
Well, he didn't look 10. He looked about 12.
Okay,
I
so
know.
okay, I think I looked it up. The actor was 11, but the character was 12, and
Oh
you
my
know,
gosh.
so when season 3 happened, he was the same age as the character, and then season 4, he was also the same age as the character, 14, and then from season 4 to 8, it's only been like 4 months, I think, but it's been 4 years for Chandler Riggs. So yeah, I mean,
Gosh.
It's just because they didn't skip enough time, and then it just made him look like way off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yeah, they better not do that with Judith.
Well, that's
They
what I
also
said though.
do
They're
this
gonna
is
start
just
filming
18.
they're gonna start filming season 11 in January. Imagine what that's gonna look like 13 months later in February 2022. Like,
Oh, she'll go through like, the puberty time too, and she's gonna start hitting growth spurts as well.
I
That's
hope that we
true.
don't notice it, maybe, because if they're gonna film it throughout 13 months, maybe it'll look okay. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like maybe we
I'm just
won't
hoping
notice
it comes out right.
you know what they
And it's
should,
funny.
you know what they
I
should
was
do.
actually I was 12 years old when I started watching the show.
Mm-hmm. I was about 11, I'd say.
I'm not gonna lie, I was 9.
I was
It was
14.
Let's see. I was.
I
okay, so
remember how old I was when I started watching The Walking Dead.
I started season 2, episode 11. Or no, yeah, I was around 11, I think. That's when I first started.
Tell me how old season 1 is. I can tell you how long I've been watching it for.
2010.
I've been watching it for 10 years, and that means I started at 6.
You're
Wow.
6 years old. Holy crap.
Dude, I thought 9 was young. Holy.
I know.
It's pretty much half my life, to be honest.
Yeah,
Majority of
same
it, yeah.
same here pretty much. It's like about half my life or so I've been watching the show, which is crazy.
Like, yeah, when I first started watching the show, I wasn't reading the comics. I didn't
Mhm.
get into comics until like 2014 or 2015.
Well,
I
yeah.
didn't get into the comics until 17.
I only watched there were like the first 3 seasons on Netflix, and then once I was waiting for season 4 to come out, that's when I like went through the entire comics.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Warper. I mean, not Warper. Mickey. Were you?
What's up? You want me to swap to Warper?
No. I was gonna say like what? Where you at right now? Because I know you ain't fully caught up yet.
I left off, I think it's season... Wait a minute, what season are we on again?
10. We're on 10 now.
Oh, I'm on 9 or 8, I think. I think I'm on 9.
You're at the
As
pies, I
amazing
think.
as Jeffrey Dean Morgan is, as
I
Negan, I'll
I
always
think I'm a
prefer
little after
Tom.
Jesus died.
Okay, so you're like around whispers and a scream, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
only
like
a
jumping into
season
the
off,
second half
man.
of season 9.
Me personally, I prefer comic Negan.
Oh, definitely. But Jeffrey Dean Morgan's good though, like by all means.
I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan. He's a good actor.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Because
shanking
comic
people in
Negan
Call of
is
Duty.
the F word.
I wish he shaved though. Like as soon as he came out of that RV, I wish he was clean shaven.
I wish
Agreed.
he put on weight for the role as Negan.
Yeah, that's the other issue I was going to mention. That's
Negan's like
like
pure
that
muscle,
was
my dude.
terribly noticeable.
Yeah, Negan, you wouldn't believe it, but he's actually pure muscle. Like he's ripped.
Yeah.
He's
Me
like
personally,
Arnold
I think
Schwarzenegger,
comic
but on
Negan
some
is way
drugs.
more funnier than the show version.
Well, like I mean, I feel like some of the stuff, like it seems like they were trying to in season 5 of Fear. It seemed like they were trying to do that with Jenny, like trying to make her the comedic villain. I was like, oh gosh,
Dude, that did not turn out at all.
I mean, sauce on the side in the soup kitchen. Are you freaking kidding me?
I mean, I'll be honest though. Maybe you guys don't agree with this, but I actually do think Colby Minifee is actually a pretty good actress. I just think it's the character that's bad because I like her in The Boys too.
It's what it's what she has to work with. I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, like I can't blame the actress when the writing is bad.
I mean, if you're season 6, she's a little better than season 5.
Yeah, agreed.
Absolutely.
I actually like I'm okay with her in season 6. I can deal with it. Is I guess what I'll say.
Hey guys, question for every one of us. Who do you think and want to which character do you want to kill Jenny?
Morgan. I would say
Morgan,
Morgan. I would say Morgan, and like it doesn't have to be exactly like this, but it should be like season 5,
I want
episode
Jenny to
3
kill Jenny.
style.
Who's in the
I
chat?
want Morgan because he needs to get revenge for her shooting him.
We got Dan's reviews in the chat. Mega Mats, movies, the mayor, and then hellos in the
Needs to get
chat.
revenge for Jenny shooting him.
Yo, guys, imagine this. Imagine he stabs Jenny somewhere not fatal with like the staff, and then he leaves her there to bleed out, but he makes sure the job is finished before he takes off.
He just sits there and watches. That'd be cool.
Dude, yeah, if he just like watches the process until like maybe like the next day or something, that's when she turns into a walker and he's like, it's about time or something like.
And
What if-
imagine you just got him standing over her in his like full Western attire with his hat tipped down.
Dude, his new look is like amazing.
Oh,
What
it's
if-
his
what if-
best. This is Morgan at his peak, guys.
What
It
if,
is.
what if he told her his final words to her is I just resent your face so much.
Dude, that's exactly what I've been saying. That is such like a needed line. That's how you do. That's how you write a good death right there.
Agreed.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Me personally, I feel Morgan is a legend.
Yo, yes, definitely. Like what he's been through in the series from the beginning to now, I absolutely agree. I was a little frustrating with the writing of his character in season 5 of Fear in particular, but season 6 they completely fixed that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
He's great. However, I will say this: I feel like Dwight still needs some improving.
He does. But I do admit, I like the part where, he was like, they were interrogating the guy, and he was asking, "Are you going to make me talk?" And it's like, I think it was like, "No," but he will. And they bring in Wolf Dog, and he's like, I got a happy dog," something like that. You know what I mean? Just the way Austin Emilio delivered those lines, I mean, fantastic. I feel like we need more of that Dwight. Not super.
Well, also to shine a light on Lenny James too. I don't know. There's something so awesome about just the simple line of like when he gets that guy from the SWAT vehicle and he's like, "Did you lose something?" I just love that.
Oh man,
Hey guys, I got a little side note here. Just gonna let you guys know. We could possibly getting. I'll go back to the topic after this. Don't worry. But we could be possibly getting a Spider-Man 3 trailer tonight around the ball dropper.
Oh wait, really?
Apparently, that's what they're saying.
Like Spider-Verse?
Yeah,
Spider-Man 3.
Like, in my opinion, Lenny James is an incredible actor. He's up there with Andrew Lincoln.
He's just as good as Andrew Lincoln, in my opinion. Like the two of them, like they're the top tier.
Yeah,
alongside
Every
JDF.
scene they're in is like perfect. Like I think we can all agree to that.
It's just the writing for season 5 of the. Sorry, not 5. 6, 7, of the original show, and then 5 mostly for Fear, has just been off.
I kind of felt bad for Morgan in season 4 of Fear because he got like all this hate when Lenny James, like, he's just like, man, what did I do? I just crossed over into a show and now people hate me because I took it over.
Well, even Lenny James has like came out on record saying like, if I could take back on crossing over,
I feel people
be
would
like,
be cool with Fear.
if he's even came out and saying like if he would have like stayed with the main show.
Season 4 so much if they had Morgan and Madison side by side together.
Dude, they even put that in posters too. Like they literally put that in
They
posters
tried
of like
to tease that
Morgan
way
and Madison
too
together.
much.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah, if they did that, people wouldn't have hated it so much.
Well, do you guys remember in the trailer for season 4 when he's like, it's not going to work out how you think, and you just see Madison standing there as if he's talking to her? It's like, no, that's so like wrong.
Bullcrap.
He said
yeah,
that to Nick.
I mean,
Yeah,
honestly,
I said it to Nick.
this is how I look at it, guys. Season 7, Season 8, well, actually, I don't know. Season 8, I kind of like, but I could see like where people are coming from. But Season 7, yeah, and of course Season 8, and the Season 4 and Season 5 of Fear, that's the dark point of The Walking Dead. And World Beyond Season 1. Oh, gosh.
I'm just so happy that The Walking Dead
Armor didn't
improved
do
with
anything.
like. I'm happy that Walking Dead improved in Season 9, 10, and then now Fear in Season 6.
I know. They finally came up on top, and
And me
hopefully they can keep
personally,
this trend.
I wasn't into World Beyond.
Neither
No,
was I.
same.
I watched it all the way through. I'll admit the finale was really good, though, in my opinion. But that's like the only part that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Episode 1 isn't bad.
Like my opinion, it was too cringy.
It was
Agreed.
because, and Iris is the biggest like problem about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But we could live.
We'll defeat the CRM. It's like how, or it's like because we will, and it's like, yeah, that's gonna work against all their helicopters and gunfire and soldiers and yeah.
We'll be different. We'll be ready. It's like okay
Guys.
then, Iris.
If you go back and watch our World Beyond episode 1 and 2 review, me and Kade reviewed it about 2 months ago, right? And we were like, it's not the grossness of the walkers that's ruining this show, it's the grossness of Iris.
Exactly, because the actress is horrible. I'm sorry, but she is.
Oh, she is bad. She's
Yeah.
like bad.
And me
Like,
personally, I
oh,
hate the
man.
term for the walkers in that show.
Empties.
Oh, gosh.
It's an empty name, is what it is.
Exactly. There's nothing there.
True that.
If
I
you
don't
guys
think
want to know
so
a fun
random.
fact,
Season
right?
2 is better.
Yeah,
hopefully.
here's hoping. If
bet
you guys
it's
want to know a
supposed to be,
fun
like, really dark.
fact, Morgan is actually the first character on both the main show and Fear to call the zombies walkers.
That's true.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wish Rick was just like, wait, I thought they were zombies. Like, just imagine that. Like,
Because Fear 1 through 3 actually called them the infected.
Yeah, and then Morgan called them walkers in season 4. And on the
Damn
main
joggers,
show,
I swear.
Morgan called them
Joggers?
walkers on the main
Yeah,
show.
joggers. Never heard of a jogger?
Yeah, I've heard of the joggers.
It's just crazy that, like back in days gone by, that scene where Rick and Morgan first meet is so iconic.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
crazy
it
to
is.
think Morgan's still around. Like, he's like, other than like Carol and Daryl, he's like the most OG character still around, excluding
Mhm.
Rick.
I
Like,
gotta
Rick-
say though, like we gotta have a scene at some point. I don't care what show it is. We have to have Daryl, Carol, and Morgan in a scene together again.
Daryl,
Yes.
Carol, Morgan, and Rick. That's my ideal, like, main 4. Those main 4 all need to be together again.
I would say Rick if it wasn't for all the confusion of just where and when Andrew Lincoln's coming back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My opinion, Days Gone By as a whole is iconic.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. That episode's a masterpiece. It's actually my favorite episode of the show, believe it or
Me
not.
and Matt usually watch it a few times a month. Like it's that good.
We do watch
Guys-
parties, yeah.
That's the
Guys,
episode.
This
That's
is
the
kind of an
episode that
unpopular
makes
opinion,
sense.
but I actually think that Days Gone By. Well, no, I'd say no. I think Days Gone By is underrated.
It
I
is
can
I
see
agree
that.
with you,
underrated.
man.
I can see that. Yep.
Yeah.
Because,
Like, that's the episode that started it all. It made me a fan, got me hooked.
Exactly.
plus you get
Oh.
the classic, like, horror vibes from it. Like, you get, like, the Darabont walkers are just so creepy.
Well, I
And
remember back
it came out on Halloween too. Like, how perfect is that?
Well, I remember back in the day, right? I was watching the trailers, right, and it was popping up on several different channels and stuff. And I remember seeing I was like, "Whoa, what's this movie? What's this new movie?" That's how much it felt like a freaking cinematic.
My
film.
dad's the one introducing me to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, speaking of movies, also the Rick movies. I don't even know how to if this is even anything we can believe right now. But it sounds like they want to start filming the movie in the summertime of this year coming up.
About dang time.
Oh man,
I hope so.
honestly, let's just get on with this already.
I
Mhm.
just wish they rolled the cameras now, man. If it wasn't for everything going on, I just wish they'd roll the cameras already.
Oh yeah, it's been 2 years, and it's been 2 years since they said this stuff, and it's nothing's came out, and it's ugh.
No, but there is an Andrew Lincoln Penguin movie coming out in January. I'm like, oh,
I'm like, who
no.
gives a flying crap?
Does it say penguin movie?
Yeah, it's a penguin movie about a penguin.
after
Nice.
all this time, these
Rick
movies
grabs a
better be
penguin. What's up? He's gonna
After
be
all
walking
this
with
time,
Morgan Freeman and the penguins.
worth it, man.
Mhm.
They better be
Agree.
worth it.
There's
Mhm.
no Welcome to the Penguins with Morgan Freeman, right?
Heard of it?
Yeah, Mr. Poppers. I think that's it.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
So
these movies better be worth all the hype when they release.
Dude, they better be. Scott Gimple's been he still says nowadays that he's just finishing up the last little bit of writing. It's dude, it does not take you that long for one movie.
Oh, guess what? Too. Scott Gimple's only written the first movie.
I know. I honestly,
takes too long. He sucks.
I wouldn't even be surprised at this point if he didn't even really finish writing it. He just says that just to get us to stop asking him.
mhm.
And what terrifies me is that the Rick movie is solely written by Gimple.
No, dude. I wish Angela wasn't so pressed for time with the main show because I'd be let her write it. Honestly, at this rate.
Yeah,
I
Gimple.
just find
Oh
it
man.
crazy that Rick left back in 2018, and now here we are, a few years later, waiting for these movies.
We're going into 2021 in 3 hours, and we still don't have a hint of the Rick movies.
Well, also, you guys got to think too. Angela never had a chance to actually work with the Rick character very much before he left. I feel like she deserves a chance to actually write something about his character.
Yeah, she only got him for 5 episodes.
Rick's dialogue
exactly.
was great for as little as he was in season 9. He didn't what Angela did with him, I didn't really have any issues with how Rick was portrayed in season 9.
We all know that Rick's my favorite character, and I was even more impressed than I already was about Rick's character in season 9.
I mean, honestly, in my opinion, with him not even being, he's missing from 3 episodes of 9A. But for 9A as a whole, I feel like Rick easily is the star of 9A, especially with that final episode.
I know so many people say that Maggie was the best character. I'm like, guys, get out of here.
Dude, Maggie, are you serious? I like Glenn over Maggie.
Same.
I think everybody does. Glenn was amazing, and Maggie, I'm just I'm so questioning her character, especially recently.
Especially the actress, because it's like a Corey Hawkins move where she's like, "Oh, new show, screw this Walking Dead stuff, I'm leaving."
I mean,
That's
she,
why
she stayed longer.
That's
though.
why I killed. That's why I killed Heath in my rewrites because I'm just I don't have time for this. Honestly.
I'm wondering, what if
Dan.
Maggie died instead of Glenn, man?
Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
We wouldn't get Herschel though.
do you Heath?
I mean,
Wait,
I know
what?
we won't have that little critter, but there's always more women in the
Hey,
sea, dude.
Dan, how'd you kill Heath?
How'd I kill Heath? Well, wait. Did you watch it? I just want to know.
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, I don't want to spoil too much for you because I would like you to actually see the scene all the way through. But I'll just say that it's a death that it's almost what the TV show did, but it's different. I'll just say.
Gotcha.
Different, eh?
We all know that Heath is probably actually dead in the Rick movies because Jadis sold him as an A, and if he can be if he can be in World Beyond, he would be one of those Walker test subjects. We just know it.
Dude, they're just gonna reveal that in the opening little bit of the movie. We'll just see him as a walker and be like, oh, that's disappointing.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
You know that scene in Swear when Tara comes across that supposedly Walker Heath?
Oh, that was so dumb.
Have that be Heath.
If that was actually Heath.
No, they should have had it be him.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I at this point, if the actor wanted to be like that, I would have completely understood if they just wanted to do that.
Why did they
Yeah, Corey
why did they do that
Hawkins is
fake out?
just.
Why did they do
They
that
did
fake
a.
out?
It's kind
Because
of
it
like
was
they did
Gimple.
they did a fake out, but it's like at the same time, it's almost like they should have. It's good that they did that because they got us prepared for him to be gone, which of course now he is.
Yeah, it's still just weird though, faking us out with a minor character that we didn't really get to see much, and he just gets captured off screen, and it's like I don't know, it's just that's just a weird way to do it. You know what I mean?
I saw so many people excited for Heath to actually be in season 6. Like everybody was like, Heath is gonna be in season 6. I'm like, all right, I'll see him when I see him.
I like Heath. He's a cool character.
Well, in the
I
comics,
don't know.
in the comics,
He
The
didn't.
comic he was. The
In
show,
the
he got
comics, he
playable
was
enough in
good,
the
but in the
comic.
TV show, he didn't do enough. I feel like.
Well,
He just
Heath would've
caught
been
up
a
some
good
random black dude
character.
and then died, pretty much.
Heath would have been a good character if the actor was loyal.
That's what I'm saying.
exactly.
Like if he would have been actually a good character, if they would actually like, if the actor just stayed a bit longer, but he didn't do enough for me to care about him. If you ask me.
Heath could have been a main character now by season 10C if the actor, just was grateful for the role he had and stayed just a little bit longer.
Do you guys think if the actor was loyal, they would have actually kept him until season 10, like where we're at right now?
I feel like he would have been a Pike death.
That's what I was thinking. I'm wondering. I'm like, would they have just used him for a Pike death?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Let's all be honest. The Pikes were weak in the show. Like there were a few like
Yeah.
crazy ones, like
They were
Enid,
terrible in the show.
I
like
think they were
Enid's was-
good. Not
Enid's
great.
was good, and like a few of the others, but like the Henry one is still just such a head scratcher for me.
Yeah, because like
I
they
definitely agree. The Pikes in the comics were better.
By far.
Yeah, definitely. In the comics, it felt like a massacre. In the TV show, it felt like it's like, oh, it's in the comics, so we have to do it, you know?
Yeah, it felt
Kind of
forced.
like, a side note.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey, we
like
gotta do it, but do we gotta make it
like
good?
In the comics,
Nah.
when you first see Ezekiel and Rosita, you're like, oh my god. But
The
in
biggest
like-
thing that the Pikes did. The biggest thing that the Pikes did was just like set Carol like over the edge, and I'm just like, well, we all hate how that went anyway. So like, what's the point?
Agreed.
so like I watched Dan's video earlier today. What Pike deaths he would have done. So do you guys want to like just do each and every one of us just mention for just a minute what characters we would have killed off in the Pikes instead?
Sure.
All of them or just one?
Ezekiel.
I would have went original, to be honest.
Well, I actually did say Ezekiel because I just think Ezekiel would be that. It would just be that big like punch in the gut, if you ask me personally.
Hey guys.
Ezekiel's such a happy dude, and for him to be put on a pike, it's just
And
sad.
What if he was
let's all agree.
smiling?
Like, I feel like we can all kind of agree that Kari Payton is amazing, but I still think the character could have gone in that scene.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if
Hey guys.
yeah,
It's crazy to think that frickin' Earl's wife is the only one up there from the comics.
yeah, Gimple kind of killed off some characters it was supposed to be. Back in in the earlier seasons.
I feel bad for Angela because she like was left with such a mess that from Dimple.
It's true.
I would have taken out the Highwayman death. The Highwayman. I would have added.
There were extras, my dude.
Okay, so I would have taken out the Highwaymen. I would have added Kelly, Luke. I would have put Scott and like maybe Barbara in. And
Yeah, that's actually the same for me. Actually, I think all of those make sense.
and
Killing Tara made sense.
yeah, Tara.
Yeah,
I
that's one
feel
Highwayman.
the reason they killed Enid was because Carl's gone.
Yeah,
Tara,
Enid is actually the one death I think they did right from the Pikes.
Tara
Like,
definitely. I would keep
They
Tara.
only killed Enid because Carl is gone.
Yeah, I actually kept this. This is crazy. I know this is an unpopular opinion, but if I did it, I actually would keep Tara, but I would have Luke and Kelly. I would have Luke and Kelly actually go.
Yeah, someone from Magnet's group should have died.
There's no one's dead yet. Still, that's just crazy. From her
Yeah,
group.
I feel like Magna's group. You remember when Sadiq was giving that speech and like Yumiko and Magna were like crying in the crowd, and I'm just like, what are you guys crying about? Like you guys are all fine.
I
Okay, you
know.
didn't even know these guys.
And
Yeah,
Yumiko's
it's like-
reaction, Yumiko's reaction to the Pikes, when you think it's one of her friends, but no, it's just a highwayman that she's looking at. It's like Yumiko.
I think the reason Yumiko reacted like that is because
They wanted to
Austin
trick us?
did look like Luke a little bit.
Yeah, people,
I mean,
they shouldn't have done it like that.
well, like honestly, nobody knew who. There were so many people that were wondering who that was. Like in the Skybound reactions, everybody was just like, "Who are those people?" And it's like, yeah, they're the Highwaymen.
Yeah, that they shouldn't have done the highwaymen. The first two
But
should have been, Kelly and Luke, and after that you could have had Scott.
Well, it would have made sense if the first two were Kelly and Luke, because then you could have had it to where it's like it makes sense. That's why Yumiko is looking off to like the left side.
Exactly.
yeah, that's my only explanation as to why Yumiko was so shocked. Or she was just shocked at the sight.
I feel like that is what it has to be, because otherwise it just makes no sense.
Like she was like, "Oh my God, somebody actually did this."
Yeah, I think just though with Magnus Group, it would have been just so much better to have two deaths. Like I get your way you're trying to say epic, and like yeah, I understand. It's just her reaction and the fact that still no one from Magnus Group died, and Luke and Kelly are kind of useless. Just they should have gotten rid of them first.
Guys, Kelly has done nothing. Like seriously, Kelly has been the most useless character, if you ask me, aside from Scott, obviously.
Yeah.
Me personally, I hate Kelly. Sorry for swearing, but yeah, I don't like Kelly.
No, I don't think anybody does. She hasn't grown a connection with any of the fan base.
Okay, I'm a Connie fan.
Same.
Oh yes, keep Connie, because honestly, then all the Daryl fans will be so upset, and that's a big audience, obviously. So yeah.
And it's like, honestly, with Kelly, it's like, why are we stuck with this stupid character, and then Connie has to go away?
I'd like to know where she gets her haircuts too.
I know.
Like seriously.
That is a good question.
Kelly is like really different from the comics. Do you guys remember Kelly in the comics?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wasn't Kelly a man in the comics?
Yeah, like a Tyrese.
Dude, I can't even begin to talk about that. That's crazy.
What a change! What a change!
In my opinion, the Magnets Group as a whole is this.
Honestly, at this rate, I personally think that even if Magna was on the Pikes, that wouldn't be sad.
Her entire group is hit or miss.
Yeah, exactly. I like Connie, and Yumiko is like okay for me right now, but then and Luke is also kind of okay, but then everybody else is like I don't like these characters.
Luke just feels like a third-rate Jerry.
He's too much like him. Like I feel like that's why I would have killed him off at the Pikes, honestly.
Yeah, he definitely should have been a Pike death, because man, he just feels like a Jerry wannabe.
Yeah,
I find it
true.
crazy how Jerry is the only good character that Gimple introduced.
And that's still alive. Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, that's true. Because like all the other ones that Gimple brought in, it's just man, he did not write the characters good at all.
Yeah, apart from Jerry, yeah, that's pretty crazy to think.
I mean, let's all be honest. Rick was like useless from season 8, episode 5 to season 8, episode 8 with the whole Jadis thing.
Right. I'd say another good character that Gimple created was Simon.
Oh yes, dude, Simon. There a lot of the
was
time
badass.
in season 8, I actually like Simon more than Negan.
Oh, I think Simon's a better villain in season 8. I actually look at him as more of the villain of season 8 than Negan.
Because Negan just wanted to kill the 3 leaders, if that. Like it's like, dude, this is a
Simon
war.
just like kills them left and right.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's basically Trevor but in The Walking Dead.
Dan,
Exactly.
That's what I
Hey,
love
Dan.
about him.
What is it, Epic?
would you agree that Simon is very similar to Trevor Phillip?
Yeah,
Even
I
this
mean,
guy knows what he's talking about.
I'd say Simon's more evil.
yeah, I would
Trevor.
say Simon. I actually agree with that. I think Simon's more of an evil character. I mean, dude, he killed like little boys like over the age of 10. I think that's way worse.
Well, I mean, Trevor did crush a guy, crush a guy's head on the boot.
Yeah, that's true. No, I do agree with that. I don't know. I just the way they presented like how Simon did stuff. I don't know. It made me like focus more, especially because I was a little disappointed with Negan's character at the time.
Yeah, I remember I was gonna say the only real good thing I want to say he did is he killed the trash people, man. I hate trash
Exactly.
people.
I loved it.
Agreed.
I loved it
Screw the
when he did
trash
that.
people, man. They sucked.
Dude, Simon knew what's up. Simon's like, yeah, people don't like this group. I'm gonna do the fans a favor in this episode.
Take care of the trash people, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
thank
they
you,
called
Simon.
the
Honestly.
guy
Guys,
cool, but
They're
trash
called
people.
the
Found out
trash
and killed
people
him.
for a reason.
That was until Negan found out and killed him.
Dude, I'm more on Simon's side about that. The trash people need to go. They just keep,
But
like,
here's the
switching
thing.
side to side.
He spared Simon's life, and then Simon, like an idiot, decided to plot right outside the sanctuary right after he spared his life. It's like, how
In open
stupid are you?
space.
So, right in an open area where everyone can hear you. It's like, what is that writing, Gimple?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's weird.
Indoors,
And
and no one can see you, dude.
You're telling me Negan hid behind the dumpster for like a
A
few minutes
dumpster.
too? Like what?
A dumpster. It's like, oh, Gimple. He's
The
trying to
Walking Dead
remind
and
us.
dump. What is it with Gimple and dumpsters, man?
I don't
No.
know.
His writing.
Dumpster, I know.
His writing is what belongs in the dumpster. Maybe that's what he's trying to tell us.
Ow.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. Good one,
That's
Dan.
my biggest problem with season 10 is I was looking forward to seeing Lucille smash into bits on Baze's back, but we never got it.
Lucille is just gone. Lucille is just like I don't even
Lucille's
know where
underused
Lucille
and
is.
gone.
Lucille's plant
Also
food.
underpaid. Just want to say that.
Lucille was left at the
Like,
tree.
yeah.
She's in the ground, like plant food now.
Yeah.
I personally love season 9, but I find it cruel how they had Michonne just say like we don't have your bat and made it seem like they had it when now it seems like they didn't.
Man, they
Hey Dan,
Yeah.
hey Dan, do you
Yeah.
think maybe Dwight has it in fear?
no.
I would have said that, but at this point I would say like after seeing him I would say no. I think at this point Lucille could just be like some random stranger just could have just picked it up at this point, honestly.
You know, I think Angela King, she should have retconned somewhat of the finale of season 8 so that like in season 9 some other character has Lucille. Like
Would you guys imagine if like Rick, you guys remember in season 9 episode 3 when he sees like Carl's like handprint and then he like walks down the stairs and he walks down the hallway of his house and then just on the wall is like Lucille or something?
Oh,
It's just
man.
there as a trophy.
Yeah, exactly. Like Rick's just like, this is what I earned from the war.
Yeah, I got your girl, Negan. What you gonna do about it?
He's just hanging in a house with a 3-year-old. You know, can touch it or that's that's just something I realized.
He could like hang it like Michonne's sword did in like that other house they were in.
Oh yeah, and then and there's just like a little sticker that says
I'm
Judith,
going
stay
now.
away. There's a
Sucks.
sticker sticker
exactly.
Judith, stay away.
Yeah, dude, that would be hilarious.
But yeah, Judith, I love. That Judith Funko Pop is amazing.
Yeah, I have it too. I think it's one of the best ones they've done, but man, they need to make more. Like, where's the beta, Funko?
Seriously.
We need Alicia. I mean, you know,
Does
Alicia
Funko, not Funko. Who the hell's Funko? Does Funko ever do the comic Walking Dead characters?
comics?
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
I don't think so.
They need to do fear ones too, because I'm just like I'm sure you've all seen it. I have like a huge wall of
Yeah,
pops.
dude, I looked out when we were doing Wasteland reviews. I just looked in the
Hey,
back.
Dan.
Like, so that's a lot of.
Yeah, like
Funko.
Dan.
I want to add more to my wall, but there's nothing coming out.
Hey Dan.
Yeah.
Me personally, I have a small Funko Walking Dead collection.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
Glenn, I think.
I'll be honest. I started collecting the pops only with the intention of buying a few, and then I just like went crazy, and now I have a full wall. I'm like, okay, I want to look pops. I'll be honest.
Me personally, I
Just
think I
one
only have
drink.
6
Proceed
or
to buy
5,
5 more, and then 5 more the next day.
or like yeah, I only have like I think 6 of them. That's it.
Yeah, there was like a moment, like I think it was like maybe 6 months ago. I just looked like behind me, and I'm just like, okay, what have I done? Like I've bought like so many pops. It's just crazy.
That's a little too many. Yeah, that's enough pops. And
But I mean, Funko
inner
Pops
being.
is great.
No, I'll
I
never
love
have enough
Funko
pops.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, I probably won't get any more pops unless they release like beta or something. Then I'll be like, okay, I got to make an exception.
Got to get 5 more.
Yeah.
Do
Like
you guys?
me personally, I blame the decline of the Walking Dead merch on the failures of 7 and 8.
I did, dude. I honestly think that that's why McFarlane doesn't make the figures anymore either.
You know, they could have made Comic Rick with this bomber jacket during All Out War for an action figure. I'd buy that, man. I'd love to buy that. That'd be awesome.
Like, I mean, if Gimple hadn't screwed up on season 7 or 8, we'd still have a lot of Walking Dead merch.
Do you guys imagine like a Jadis pop? You just see the pop and it just stays in the store for like multiple years.
A Jadis pop.
They even forget it's there. I mean, like you go in there to buy it, and apparently it's off
I'm
listing.
gonna grab a ice cream cake when I'm done here. Okay. All right, cool.
If I had a Jadis pop, you guys know where I would. If I had a Jadis pop, you guys know where I would put it.
Where?
I would fill up my trash can and just lay it right on top, gently on top, and be like, "That's the perfect spot for it."
The trash.
Well, dude,
people.
there you go,
Exactly.
Brian. That's Brian. That's literally exactly what you got to do because that's literally like what it belongs. You could even say like it's a display. It's like, yeah, Jadis is in the trash. That's where she's at.
It's where she belongs. It's where she lives.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel that's why they never made any Lori figures or Lori pops because no one
Lori.
would buy her.
Oh, Lori.
I mean, Lori most
figure.
time just complained about, oh, Rick, he gave her son a gun.
I've heard so many people saying that like if they made a Lori pop, like in her hand, she'd just be holding like a pregnancy test or something.
Oh, that'd be fact,
Like,
dude.
yeah, a Lori pop. I don't think people would buy her, so that's why they never made her.
Yeah, that would just be funny because it would just stay in the stores. Nobody would buy it. I wouldn't even buy it. Like, no, I'd save my
Lori
money.
top? No way.
No. I like pops, but I'm not gonna go that far.
Okay, I'm kind of shocked they made a Richard pop.
Dude, I actually like no joke. I'm actually sitting here looking at it right now, and I still can't even believe I have this pop. I'm not gonna lie. I can't believe I actually wasted my money on that.
It's
You're
weird.
like, why would they make Richard and Ezekiel but not Jerry?
Exactly. Jerry would have sold. I'm telling you, Jerry may have actually sold quicker than Ezekiel.
I mean, they even have a Sheba pop.
Yeah, I would love to get the Shiva pop.
They could have made Ezekiel with his tires an action figure. I'd buy that.
I would love to get the Shiva pop, but the problem is that it's going for so much money that I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna spend like $100 on a Shiva.
And they also have that Ezekiel and Sheba resin statue.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, but man, those ones are so much money. It's just insane.
But I think that's based off the comics.
Yeah, I think all of those statues are off the comics. That one and then the other one where Negan's like holding the zombie like severed head or something.
Yeah, that one's expensive. Ronnie Hayes bought that. I remember him getting that. It's way too expensive.
What I wouldn't give to have it though, like man, if only the price was better, I would definitely buy it, honestly.
Oh, we lost. But I got 100. How many kills did I get? I got 38 kills. Nice.
Do you guys want to talk about Fear right now? Like which characters we think should make it past season 6? And
Let's do it.
Alicia should survive the whole show.
definitely.
I feel like that goes without saying though, honestly. Alicia and then Morgan and Dwight as well, because they're Walking Dead characters, and I've said this before, they don't have the right to kill Walking Dead characters.
So yeah, no Morgan, Dwight, or Sherry.
And
Me personally, Strand, he can die.
All right,
Strand?
I'll be right back, lads.
I'm done with Strand, honestly. I think that like Strand should go, Luciana as well. June, I just feel like it's gonna happen. I don't necessarily want her to die, but I feel like that's coming.
You know what I think will happen? Her sparing Jenny will be her downfall.
Yeah, honestly, I won't actually, I'm sorry to say, as much as I love John's character, I won't feel bad if June dies if it's because of her sparing Jenny's life. I'll be like, you messed up.
That was a huge mistake.
Hey, do you guys remember how dark Morgan got in season 6? Imagine if we got that for John if June dies. Like a dark John. You know what I mean?
I honestly thought that, like, you guys remember when we saw the trailers for season 6? There's that clip of John shooting the gun, which we actually still haven't seen yet, which I'm gonna assume is in episode 8. But you guys remember when we first saw him with like the beard and stuff? I was so much like, man, John in season 6 is gonna be like ruthless.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
June sparing Jenny is kind of like what Rick did with the governor, how he kept sparing the governor, and
Black
then
lads.
the governor came back and killed Herschel.
Yeah, that's well. I mean, honestly, I feel like Rick, I feel like would have killed the governor if he had the chance. I feel like the only time he messed up is when they were in that meeting and stuff. That's a point where he could have killed him.
I'm gonna say that Andrea was the one who could have killed the governor.
Yes.
She should have. That would have redeemed her character.
But no, she slept with him instead.
Oh,
I know. I was
man.
gonna say she's just like back to it. It's like, no, please just do us a favor. Your character's bad enough this season.
Actually, I wonder what the prison looks like right now. Does anyone else think about that? Does it look really
Hey,
old
Dan.
right now?
This
Or
looks
someone
like
take it
rubble,
over?
probably.
Half
Oh,
of it, at least.
Yeah, the prison is completely done.
Yeah.
Hey Dan.
Yeah.
Me personally, I blame Andrea's writing on Glenn Mazzara.
Oh, dude, absolutely. I think Glenn Mazzara, while I do like the fast-paced season 3, but at the same time, there were times where I was watching this season, I'm like, whoa, like, slow down. Like, you're doing this way too fast. And it feels like Andrea's character, the way they write her, it's like, why did her character just kind of start acting like this? Like, it just felt weird the way they wrote her.
It's weird.
Agreed.
Season three had 4 great episodes. The first 4 great episodes, amazing. Talk about unexpected with some of the deaths, but yeah, making Andrea. First off, season 3 killed off too many characters. The pacing was off, and then they got into the Rick hallucinating Lori, and then that finale, Welcome to the Tombs. I mean, just oh man, that was bad.
Well, also
Welcome to
because
the Tombs.
they
Ugh.
they all know that we hate Lori, but they shove her in our face for the rest of the season. It's like, no, get her out of here.
Especially like
Like,
it's like we
I
don't
love
want to see
season 3.
hallucinations.
Yeah.
I love season 3, but it's not perfect. It has flaws.
I honestly am a
That's flaws,
person.
my dude.
I'm a person that actually thinks season 4 has some flaws too. I've never been a fan of the illness storyline. I always thought it was such like a terrible way to fill out until the governor would come back.
You didn't like the illness
Yeah,
storyline?
plus it feels out of place.
Like, yeah, me personally, season 4 is my least favorite season because of how slow it was.
It's not my least favorite season, but it's like it's not high up either. It's not even in the middle. It'd be like after 7 and 8 for me, probably somewhere after
I
that.
thought the second half was okay, but the first half was okay, but the second half was way too slow.
Second half was worse.
The second half had way too. I agree with Brian. I think the second half was worse, and my reason for it is because they had way too many bottle episodes. You would go from like, let's think about it. We had episode 9, we saw Rick. Episode 11, we saw Rick. Then we had to skip all the way to 15, barely, and then 16, he was like the star of the episode. I'm like, this is our main character, and he's like barely in the half season.
And let's address the big elephant in the room. Still.
I
Yes.
didn't know I was an elephant.
Dude, still
Yes,
is a
my
terrible
opinion
episode.
Still is actually up there with Swear.
It is close, yeah.
I also think that an episode that deserves to be hated a bit more, honestly, is Slaptown. I cannot ever watch that episode.
Slaptown's the worst episode of the show.
It is. I agree with you, Matt. I completely think that is actually the worst episode. Swear it's really close, but Slaptown, Beth is a character I don't like, and then the hospital on top of that, it just ruined the whole thing for me.
I definitely agree.
It comes
Slapshot
right off
is
the
a terrible
Tyrannus
episode.
thing.
I like that.
Yeah, like I'll be honest. I've said this before too. I think that like Beth is a frustrating character until season 5. Season 5, Beth was actually not too bad, but like then they killed her off, and it's like, well, I was finally starting to be okay with her character, and then she goes.
Yeah, she's only in episodes of season 5, is she not?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what the hell?
Well, that's kind of the different thing about me. I like Beth, in
I
season
didn't
3
mind
and
her.
4. But
But yeah, honestly, Slaptown, yeah, it's the worst episode.
It is. I think that
uh,
Swear definitely gives it a run for its money, but I just don't think that I think Swear is just different because at least that one I personally think that at least that episode has a bit more to it. But the hospital has always been my least favorite storyline, so that's why it makes it my least favorite.
Okay, what do you guys think of this
which
opinion?
is kind of funny because the first 3 episodes of season 5 are amazing.
Exactly. They just like tear down that season in the 4th episode. Because then after you see episode 4, my hype just like went down for the season a little bit.
Yeah.
Like all these stuff with the hunters was incredible. It was scary.
It was incredible.
so scary.
I think Andrew J. West that plays Gareth, I think he deserves like some credit for how creepy he was, especially when he was talking to Bob. Like that was fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what do you guys think about this? Do you guys agree with me on this or not? But I think the worst episode in the entire Walking Dead universe is the wrong end of a telescope from the Walking Dead World Beyond.
Yes, dude. Honestly, it's hard for me to pick. It's either that episode or Channel 5. I may actually still though say Channel 5 from Fear was the worst for me because that one you literally have a villain that is doing a competition with our main group of who does the best videos and who does the best like commercials, I guess, for their like groups. Like that's not a good storyline. That may be my worst, my least favorite, but the World Beyond episode is close.
I'm going
Hey
to
Dan,
say wrong end is worse for me because at least there's comedic value in Channel 5 that you can
Hey,
just laugh
Matt.
at it.
Hey Matt,
What's up?
I say my most hated episode of World Beyond was episode 4.
Yeah, same. I think it's the worst episode in the Walking Dead universe simply
Oh.
because
So,
at least with Channel
so
5
dumb.
you can laugh at
So,
it where with
how
wrong end it's like it's so you're like going to sleep through it. It's so boring.
Well,
That
also,
dancing
I
scene.
like as soon as Iris and Silas like started dancing, I was just done. I rolled my eyes and I just like sat back. I was like, "Do I have to keep watching this?"
I felt
Hey, Matt.
embarrassed to watch it.
I did too. Like, I'm just like sitting here. I'm just like, man, like honestly, like if anybody was gonna walk in the room like when I was watching it, I would have probably turned off TV and be like, "Oh no, I'm not watching TV." Like, you know,
I'm chilling.
like
Hey,
seriously.
Yeah, it's like imagine one of your parents coming in. What are you watching? You're supposed to be watching, people screaming, being devoured, that kind of thing. It's like these 2 teenagers are dancing. Well, what are you watching?
Yeah, I know. Everybody just
I thought
like
you were
everybody.
watching The Walking Dead, not Glee.
Everybody in my
I
house
think
would
you're
just be
watching-
like, what is going on? Like, why are you watching that? I'm just like, it's The Walking Dead, and they just be like, is it though?
Sure,
Wow,
son.
that show has changed a lot.
Low key,
Yeah.
it gave me like 13 Reasons Why vibes, and I do not like that show.
I don't
I've
watch
never
it.
I've never
Walking
watched
Dead.
it. I've never watched that show, but I know what you probably mean. It's like a very like teenager like drama type series.
Yes.
Hey Matt,
What's up?
I'd say the reason I hated episode 4 so much was the whole wolf stuff.
Yeah, they never utilized the wolf at all in that.
The wolf was the
episode.
best part of the
I just
episode.
felt it was really dumb.
The wolf was the
I don't
best
even
part,
like the wolf because he didn't do anything.
but it was
He
still the
just
best
sat there
part.
and growled and then left.
Yeah.
But even that was still somehow the best part of the episode for me. Like that's how
Agreed.
bad it was.
It was the best part. However, it wasn't even barely a part of an episode. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It also plot holes Felix, in my opinion, because you have Felix who's like, sticking together is the key to survival. And then he's like, all right, Silas and Iris, you guys split off and go do your own thing, even though you're both inexperienced teenagers. And yeah, I'm sure you guys will be fine by yourselves.
well, also, can I please also add too? Like, also, like I remember so many people were saying this too. Why did Silas, when the walkers were coming at him and Iris, he literally dropped this like huge wrench he had in his hand and went over there and started like beating up the zombie? Like, have your flashbacks later. Use the wrench. That'll actually help you do it, not like your fist.
You guys
Maybe
want a good
strong
laugh?
enough, the walkers ain't nothing.
Go
Yeah.
and read all the descriptions for the Season 1 World Beyond episodes, right? And you'll find at least 7 of them end, like, with the descriptions end with something like, oh, this character faces their past, or this character must face the past actions or something like that. Something
Yeah,
to
they do
that,
too
like,
many with the whole.
right.
They do too many flashbacks with the characters. And the
I'm
whole
listen.
facing the past.
I'm all for getting to know who the characters are, but they just did it like every episode. Like it literally got to a point when I was doing predictions for the following episode. I'm like, I wonder who we're gonna focus on this week. Like that's when you know it's bad. Sorry.
I wonder we're gonna focus on this week.
dude, the
Yeah.
Huck flashbacks were the only good ones.
Huck
Hey,
was
Dan.
good, but then they just like messed. I feel like they messed up the Huck stuff because then like the episode right after, she's like a traitor, and it's like I don't care as much anymore. Like I don't know.
It's
Well, she's
crazy.
a villain
Hey,
now,
Dan.
yeah.
Like Huck had like maybe the best flashback, but then she turns traitor. Her and Hope had the best flashbacks, I think.
I know it's like they
Yeah.
finally did something good, and then it's just like now it's like no, we're just gonna switch that. Like the best thing we had flashback wise, and we're just gonna switch it on everybody. Like come on.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
Will you be getting World Beyond Season 1 when it comes out on DVD or Blu-ray?
You know what? I honestly, I'll be straight up with you. I'm gonna. I can't even believe I'm saying this either. I'm a Walking Dead fan till the end, and
That's being your collection. You're gonna have.
And I'm a completist, but honestly, I'm gonna review it, but it's not gonna be the most fun review because I'm just gonna complain the whole time. I'll be honest.
I remember
this
when you were
sucks.
reviewing Telltale Season 3, and when you got past Episode 2 and you released your Episode 3 review, Dan, I'm just like, oh yeah, we're gonna see some ranting.
Dude, I was
Yeah.
like, I was so positive about episode 1 and 2. You guys remember? Like, I was like, episode 1 and 2, like, what is everybody talking about? It's so good. And then I watch episode 3. I post the review, and immediately, like, Brian and Matt are both like saying to me, they're like, "We told you so." I'm like, "Yeah, you guys sure did."
I like
Yeah.
season 2 of Telltale. That's my favorite season.
Same.
Well,
Wow,
the
season 2 is your
problem.
favorite?
Well, the problem with Telltale Season 3 is there was so much cut content.
Yeah,
And
he's
it's
a
really
villain.
like-
He actually had a different death, actually, but I'm happier with the death he got, though.
This may be an unpopular opinion, but I actually think season 4 is my favorite season of the Telltale game.
When it comes to detail, I gotta agree with you. I like season 4 in detail.
Yeah, exactly. Also like AJ, man, I was not expecting his character to be as awesome as he was, but I'm like, wow, I actually really like the dynamic between AJ and Clementine. I thought it worked amazingly.
I agree. AJ was amazing. I don't understand the hate he gets.
No, me neither.
I don't hate AJ. I just don't know him well enough.
Like, especially because AJ saved Clem.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true.
Wish he saved her a little differently because she's been for a long time and she looked real sick, dude.
Also, Brian also mentioned this too, but I think Brian was the one that told me this. He literally said that like in season 2, you could literally go from like the end of season 2, skip season 3, and go right into season 4, and you might actually be okay.
No, you would be okay, 100%. You'd be fine.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The only thing you would need a recap on is the McCarroll Ranch storyline, and that's it. And that's barely anything to do with season 4 anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Or season 3, the McCarroll Ranch is like mentioned a little bit, and you could just get in the flashbacks with season 3.
There is a 400
season
days
4.
character in on the ranch, actually.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Eddie,
Wyatt's
but-
friend.
Yeah,
He only
Eddie,
got
but
shot by Clem,
he's-
though, but he was there.
Yeah, but
Oh,
he's not
God.
important.
400 days.
He's
He's
literally
not
just there to
important, just
die.
Ram dude.
Yeah.
400 days, just,
Funny he survived 400 days, probably some other BS, just to get shot by
That,
Clem.
that episode is complete garbage. I hate it.
What show?
Hey, if you go against Clem, you're just going to end up getting shot. That's how it is.
Exactly. Clem is not a character you want to mess with. I feel like that's one thing.
Only
they
way to
actually
kill
do-
Clem
they do
is
get
to frag her in her sleep.
They get that across very well, though, that like you don't mess with Clem, especially in season 4 when she has AJ. Like, no, that's not. You don't do that.
I totally agree. And like, I don't know, just it's kind of crazy how the Telltale games, how they can sometimes do the teenagers and kids much better than World Beyond and
Just
even in the
Telltale
main
has
show.
proper writers, dude.
Hey, Brian,
Yeah, Epic?
would you say that Alicia is up there, or Clementine is up there with Alicia?
Oh, yeah, she is. They're like in the top 3
Yeah.
characters in the franchise.
Talk to
At least for
Yeah,
me.
I think Alicia and Clem are both. I mean, man, I know this. A lot of people seem to not be a big Alicia fan, but I think I can at least speak for me, Epic, and Brian. We are huge Alicia supporters, just as a character overall.
Like,
Like I
And
told, I'm
then
not
you've
gonna
got
lie.
me.
yeah,
What?
if they had an Alicia pop, I'd buy it.
Oh, definitely. I don't understand why. Like, if you're not gonna make fear pops, at least do like at least Alicia, Morgan, Dwight. Like, just at least give me those three. And like, yeah, I would want more pops, but at least give me those three.
And then you've got me.
What?
I'm not an Alicia fan.
I don't know who Alicia is, so I can't say whether I am or I'm not.
She's Madison's daughter.
I don't like Addison, man. She sucks. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Madison.
Yeah,
Like,
Madison.
yeah,
the
the
mom,
reason
man.
I love Alicia so much is because she's so strong.
Well,
Like,
I like strong women. I
losing
take
her
it.
mother, losing her brother. Like seeing Los Angeles fall.
Well, honestly, the reason why Alicia is a character I love is because, like, I don't know. I feel like even Matt. I feel like I do want to hear your opinion on what I'm about to say, but like, I feel like you got to admit, as much as Alicia is not your favorite, the actress she always brings her 100%. If you ask me.
I do like the actress. I just could not be bothered to like the character that much. I don't know. It's just like I just feel like she just feels so dull. Like she doesn't do anything.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like Alicia does everything a lot of times.
I actually feel like, honestly, the one of the best things about Alicia is in season 6 too. Like, can't we all agree though that like her and Morgan as like a team against Strand? Man, that scene was awesome.
I'm totally
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
agree with you, even though I haven't seen it.
Strand,
more-
honestly, please kill him off. I'm done with Strand, man.
I just love how like Alicia like points the weapon towards Strand, and then like Morgan's just like, yeah, like Dakota's coming with me. Like, I'd love that scene.
Honestly, I
Like,
can't wait. For
I love
Strand to
Fear
get
season
his.
6. I love Fear season 6, but Strand and Skidmark are the only two things I'm iffy about.
I honestly
Yeah,
think
where
that
is
season
Skidmark?
6 is weird for me because like I love season 6, and you guys may like not like understand why I say this, but like I honestly feel like Strand is a character that, even though I'm not agreeing with the way his character is, I actually wouldn't change it. And the reason why is because this is how Strand is. Like, realistically, he is a coward. He is like this. I actually
Agreed.
do think it makes sense for his
Believe-
character.
Wait,
Am
is
I-
someone
I definitely do agree that Strand in season 6 is kind of similar to how he was in season 1.
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like this David guy that's like the ghostwriter, he, for once, other than Ian and Andrew, because Ian and Andrew, we know full well they don't like those early seasons. But like this David guy, he took time to actually like go through the show and see what the characters are like.
That's what you should do when you're a writer. Watch the show
Later.
from beginning to now and
Later.
get a feel for the characters.
And like take
Also,
notes.
know your actors.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like season, like with Fear, like honestly, Ian and Andrew, they're just like, oh, we got a character named Alicia. Like, yeah, okay, she'll just like paint trees and stuff because we don't know what else to do with her. It's
Can I
like,
say
no,
something real quick?
use
After
her
you're
to
done?
her full potential.
Hey, Dan,
Yeah.
do you think Fear should get season 8?
I mean, even though I would love it, I don't know if you guys saw, but I even said this in a video too. I said that like season 7, because you got to think about it. We're gonna see the 9 episodes in 2021, and then 2022 would be when season 7 comes out, and that's the same year that The Walking Dead ends. So think about if they did a season 8, that would go past the main show. So even though I feel bad for saying this, my answer would be no. Honestly, I actually think that season 7 it should be the end.
Agreed.
I agree. I agree with Dan and Matt. Like, I think that they should kind of build up to the final season of Fear and have the characters maybe go into the movies or World Beyond or something, and do the characters justice, right? You know what I mean? Because I don't know, just we're getting so much ending. So like, the main show is ending, World Beyond is ending, the Rick movies are gonna hopefully be starting. So I feel like they got to start putting those characters in, and we're getting more spin-offs too. So I don't know.
Brian,
Yeah, Epic.
I find it crazy that after the comics ended, then the video game series ended. Now the show's ending.
Oh,
It's like a domino effect is what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can only keep it going for so long, I guess. I mean, for the games, yeah, they had to end it. Telltale was doing too many projects, and with Clementine's story, I kind of feel like it needed the resolution. As far as the comics, I understand why Kirkman wanted to kind of end it. Give us a satisfying ending, I suppose, and that was fine.
Honestly, can I say something though, Brian, about the comic?
Sure.
Yeah, I honestly think that the comic, even though I am satisfied with the end, I would say, at least mostly, I think the ending was actually a lot better than I was like anticipating. Because I was actually, after they killed Rick, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not really like too confident about the end. But I'll be honest, I think that as good as the ending of the comics was, that was a cruel way to end the series. Just say like, yeah, in 48 hours, go pick up the last issue. Like that's cruel. I'm sorry, it's just terrible. It's like for like the fan base.
Yeah, I think Kerman should have made it a little longer and given us more time to prepare, at least another week or something.
Like whatever happened to the fake? I know they're fake now, but man, seriously, like they had that like Sheriff Kapoor like cover too. I'm like, why not like continue? I don't know.
you guys
And,
know
and,
there were
least
two endings
continue
to the
to
series,
issue
right?
200.
and my opinion, if the comics never ended, then we would have gone to season 13 or season 12.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, honestly, it depends on if like all the actors like were still up for it. But I mean, I feel like if Robert Kirkman would have kept like a story that was good enough, they definitely would have continued. I feel like.
Right.
Hey guys, can I tell you about the alternative ending that's very classic to a zombie movie?
Sure.
So the original ending for the Walking Dead comics was actually that everyone died, but we don't know how. And it'd basically be slowly zooming out from Rick's statue with it covered in vines and cracks, and there'd be a bunch of zombies walking around it. And everything would look all worn out and old.
Oh wow.
Well,
That's a classic ending
that's
for like
that.
a
Yeah, that
zombie
is.
genre.
That is interesting. I think honestly, the one thing about that idea though is that I do like how they established in the last issue that like Carl even says like I haven't seen a walker in like so long. Like it feels like when the comics end that the walkers aren't as much as they used to be. That's just kind of my opinion.
That's my only problem with the comics ending is Herschel Jr.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started with him. That is a disappointment.
I know
He's
they've
a
been building
downright
it up.
prick.
They've been building up Herschel Jr. since we saw him in the beginning of the New Beginning storyline, and just the fact that that's how they do it, just that just felt like such.
He better not be like that on the show when he gets
I
older.
hope not. I think I'd rather take anything else they do with
I'm
the
hoping he's
character.
like Glenn.
But
Yeah, or a
then
little
again,
different.
I
but
hope
then
he.
again, Carl's story in the comics feels complete, whereas the show it's incomplete.
Yeah, that's why I love season 9, but I can't ignore the fact that the Henry stuff just feels weird and forced.
Yep.
Yeah,
Very forced.
Henry. He's not the worst character, but he does kind of feel like the 99 cents, version of Carl.
It's like it just
He's like
feels
the
like they
rip-off
took his.
Carl, dude.
It's like they took his character and they're just like it's one of those situations where they were writing the show and they're like, well, if we have to, we'll have him take the Carl stuff. It's like it's because they didn't have anybody else.
Like
You need
that's
a
my
rip-off
biggest,
Carl.
That's my
All
biggest
right, Henry
disappointment
works.
with the show is the fact that they scrapped Carl's whole Whisperer story arc.
Yeah, that's true. It's when he was bit, I was so mad, and I still am to this day.
They had to use Henry because the show didn't really have a lot of kids left. I guess if they had if they had Mikey still around, they could have used him for that story. But no.
No, like that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like I feel like I just said, it's like they wanted to adapt that, but it's like they were in such a tight spot because Henry was the only thing available. So like, well, if we have to, we'll use him. Like
That's
It's
pretty
just
much
aged
what
him up
Henry's
10 years,
death
man.
was. That's what Henry's death was. They were scrapping that arc.
it did feel like that's what really did it for me. As soon as I saw his head on the pike, I'm like, this was all just because you guys didn't know what else to do. It's kind of sad how that turned out.
They could have done a lot more with Henry, to be honest.
Yeah, they could have made they could have went Darth Henry, like Dark Henry after
Fenrir,
Ezekiel
I
dies.
love it.
Henry.
Yeah,
You guys,
But
you,
But
he
at
wears
the
like a
same
cloak.
time, I
He wears a cloak.
understand why they scrapped his arc, because Carl is not as damaged as he was in the comics.
well, I think Ezekiel, you guys know, I think Ezekiel would have been a better pick for the Pikes because imagine having Carol. Maybe they could tone down the recklessness in season 10. That needs to be trimmed. But imagine having also Henry there also wanting to get revenge. Like I think finally his character wouldn't have been so boring, I guess is the right word to use.
Also,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
I
should
agree.
have killed off Ezekiel.
Also,
They should
I
have
don't know
killed
why I
Ezekiel.
just thought of this, but imagine like a Star Wars Walking Dead crossover.
how would that even work?
Rick turns out to be in space with fucking Han Solo and Chewbacca.
No,
I don't know
Rick's the
why.
next.
I'm
Rick's the
just
next
getting off the
Sith Lord.
Mandalorian, so like I'm just kind of like morphing the two
Rick
shows.
is the
together.
Mandalorian.
Oh, that would be perfect. Yeah,
Just
Rick
goes
is the
back to Earth
Mandalorian.
next year.
he takes off his helmet. It's just Rick. It's like what?
If Andrew Lincoln played the Mandalorian, I would geek out, man.
Yeah, that would be something.
They had Ezekiel survive his comic death, only to give him cancer.
Yeah, and he didn't
Oh,
do
that's
much.
sad.
That's
That's
why I
like-
actually think that Ezekiel's death would make more sense on the Pikes because the cancer thing is just so depressing, if you ask me.
It's like
You guys,
surviving the Titanic just to die of tuberculosis.
I'm telling you guys right now, it's a super survivable, like 99% survivable cancer. I'm pretty sure the Commonwealth is just gonna end up curing him.
I feel like that's what they're gonna do in order to like make the Commonwealth. Because you got to think the people that only watch the show that never read the comic, they're gonna be like, why should we care about the Commonwealth?
Why should
so
we
much,
trust
though?
these people, right?
Exactly. Like that's what they're gonna do. That's what
Watch.
they're gonna do to make the fans trust the community.
Exactly. They'll cure his cancer, and then
And
they're
then-
gonna be like, "Oh, we can trust these people. They're good people."
Exactly. And then the TV only fans that never like read the comics, like then they'll be like, okay, now I understand why we should care about this place, you know?
And then they like slowly unravel that they're not like good people.
I'm actually I wasn't a big fan of the Commonwealth in the comics, but I think it does have potential if they pick the right actors and if they have like if everything works out like perfectly, I think if they do it right, they could make the Commonwealth way better in the show.
I know this is impossible because the actor quit, but I'm saying, imagine the guy who played Joffrey from Game of Thrones as Sebastian.
Dude, so many people mention that, and I'm just like, man, I think the actor did do a good job. I just can't stand this kid. I would be so annoyed just by seeing him.
Well, now that you mention it, Sebastian and Joffrey do look similar.
And they
Yeah.
act similar too.
Yeah, they definitely do. They both think they're like better than everybody else and that they're smarter when they're really the dumbest people there.
You know, I heard in an article, and I had to laugh at this. I'm like, you get your facts straight. They're like, why Sebastian is the main antagonist of the whole Walking Dead comic. And I'm like, no, he's not.
No, he's not. I honestly, hear me
It's
out, but I
Negan.
think that it is. It's Negan because I think if we're if we're going over the comics here, I think Negan's the best villain. The TV show, maybe that's different, but I think in the comics, Negan killed it in the comic version.
In my
I feel
opinion,
Jeffrey
the actual
Morgan does
main
that.
villain of the TV show is the CRM.
It kind of is because it's related to all the shows now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, but I hope they don't build a CRM just to. I mean, if they're really the main villains in the TV show universe, I hope they don't build them all up to like all three shows and the movies, and then they're just it ends like super quick, like I guess too easy, like. But I guess they shouldn't overdo it as well. You guys know what I'm saying, like.
I'm also wondering if like with the CRM because we have their group, we have the Commonwealth, which obviously are good characters, but like so many fans are mentioning like, will we see like a big fight in the last season of like Commonwealth versus CRM? I hear that all the time from so many people.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, Epic.
I feel the reason the Negan fight against Beta was so pathetic was because of Jeffrey Dean Morgan's skinniness.
Yeah, also budget and stuff.
Like
yeah.
if he was as big as he was in the comics, then the fight would have been better.
If he was
Maybe.
as big as he was in the comic, then it would have been like, yeah, let's do it. But such a disappointing moment.
Yeah, like Negan was like ready for him, but then as soon as the walker gets on him, he's like, okay, hold on, let me take care of this. Then Beta slams him to the ground. It's like, oh wait, no, I don't got this. Daryl, help me. You know,
Dude, the
Like,
music.
I need consistency.
I love the season 10 finale, but that was a really pathetic and disappointing fight.
Who would have thought that Huck versus Felix would have been a better fight?
yes,
Dude.
it was one of the best fights somehow in the series or franchise.
Somehow like honestly, and Huck is like one of my least favorite characters now because of the way they did her character. But like serious, but also like, can we please all like acknowledge that even though the fight with Negan and Beta was bad, let's also like say that probably the best part of that whole thing was the music. The music was so good. Like I don't know.
Oh, dude, I actually jumped out of my chair. I remember me and Kade were watching it like a group reaction. When you have Beta walking through the horde and you hear his people getting picked off one by one, and then you got Negan who shows up with the Whisperer mask. He's just like, "Hey, shithead."
I know, and like the music they use as soon as he says that, like the music they play, and then Beta just runs towards him, like. But that's literally the best part of the fight, and they're not even like actually like there's no punches in that part. It's just the tension is the best part.
Dude, I remember being there. I was out of my chair, like, Negan, kick his ass.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
Hey,
he starts
guys.
slamming his head on the ground, and I'm like,
Hey, guys.
oh, come on.
Yeah.
I feel that if Negan had Lucille, it would have been a pretty decent fight.
Yeah. But again,
Daryl would have still interrupted it.
We can all.
Of
I was gonna
course.
say we can all thank Gimple for that one.
I would like to see them tag team. That'd be funny.
Honestly, like
they're in a
Norman
ring or
Reedus,
something,
man.
and they just have like a tag team.
Yeah. The thing is, though, is that it was Norman Reedus that actually said there shouldn't be a fight, and they listened to that. And I'm like, no, Norman, what are you saying?
Dude, Norman can get them to do anything on the show, and they'll do it.
Exactly.
it's like,
they
I
all
feel like-
bend over backwards for him.
I feel like Norman Reedus. If Norman Reedus wanted to dye his hair pink for the show, they'd be like, "Yeah, go ahead, dude."
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Norman
go
Reedus. We
ahead,
do whatever
Norman.
he says.
Yeah.
Norman's like a god, bro.
It's Norman's
He
way or
runs the
highway.
show.
In my opinion, that fight was kind of just round 2 from Daryl's fight with Beta in season 9.
It was.
Wasn't
It was more Daryl than it even was Negan in the end, because he's the one that actually finishes him off.
It wasn't even a fight. Just Daryl executes him.
Yeah, it was a kill. That's it.
Execution.
Fatality.
I love it.
Fatality.
I mean, Beta, his death was better in the show than it was in the comics.
Oh
By
yeah.
far.
Dude, I feel like that's the part that's unfortunate, is that we all talk about how bad the fight was, but let's also acknowledge the death part of things. Like if we take the fight out of it, like the death when he pulls out the knives and stuff, at least in his like imagination, that was amazing. That was like a movie scene for me.
It's weird, because in the comics, the fight is infinitely better. But in the show, the
is.
death is better.
It's like they tried to make it to where it's like not one's better than the other or something. Like they tried to even it out, but it just didn't work.
No, just have the fight. Have the fight. Like, let's be honest. For the whole season, or at least until episode 6, Negan versus Beta has been building up every episode.
It was like everybody was like, how about we get to see like even non-comic readers, they were just like, what if we get to see Negan versus Beta? And they're like, that is such a cool idea. And then it never actually, in my opinion, it never
When Negan killed
happened.
Alpha, I was like, oh, this fight's going down now.
Yeah, but then in my opinion, it never happens. It's just like, hey, like I'm over here, and then that's it. Like
That's that, yeah.
Hey,
I loved Alpha's death, but I was kind of disappointed that they didn't have Negan lift Alpha's head up and say, wait until Carol gets a look at you.
No, I'm actually like I do like the concept, but I feel like I don't know. There's something about I'm one of the people that actually likes how it worked out in the show, because I like how it's like a reveal, like it's like took you long enough, and I'm just like, oh man, like the way they did that with the music and stuff, and Negan is just like standing there all proud and stuff. I actually personally like that.
This is the big difference from the comic and the show. In the comic, he did not give a crap about Alpha. He killed her with like no problem. In the show, they actually had a bit of a freaking romance thing going on.
Oh, that
I know
was
he-
I
nasty.
mean, that wasn't bad. It was, a
He
It
little
was
like,
weird.
terrible.
kissed her.
It was nasty. Oh, she had her mask on.
Well, also
Oh,
because she
that
was
part.
like, she was dying, and like he like kissed her. Like I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like
Oh,
what?
If you
yeah,
go to the
she's gonna pull it.
Skybound reactions for that death, everyone's like, "No, what are you doing? Don't do it."
I agree with every one of those people.
Agreed. That was gross.
Yeah. You know what's something we never got that would have been might have been cool? Jerry
Yeah.
versus
What?
Beta. Like how would
Jerry
those
versus
two?
Beta.
Those two.
I can see
They're the
that.
two giants. They're the giants. You know, in the show, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
actually
true.
glad that didn't happen because, like, I would have been scared that Beta might have killed Jerry.
True. But tension.
I feel like the only reason why they didn't do that is because they knew that like people would be so nervous, but they didn't want to like torture people with the idea that Jerry could die because they already did that with the cave. So they're like, we'll just lay off and make people relax that Jerry's like fine. For
And
the
then
rest
kill
of the
Jerry
season.
the next season. Ha!
The one thing that like majorly cheesed me off with this season 10 stuff with Beta was that they literally lied to us in season 10 episode 15. They're like, yes, this episode's called The Tower, so the water tower death's happening. And then
why
I get
didn't
to
they
the
do
end
it?
of the episode, and I'm like, the heck was that? Where's the heck was the tower death?
Yeah, I know,
Should have
and
done
Instead, we
it.
have Beta following a cat.
Yeah, I know, and
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, I'm thinking to myself too. I'm like, well, you know what? We didn't see it in episode 15, but you know what? We haven't seen the finale yet. Maybe they did that to trick us, and it's actually in the finale. But then I'm like,
Hey,
okay, they're
Dan.
just not doing it.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
maybe we'll see the water tower death in the season 10 bonus episodes or season 11.
Yeah,
That's
there's
true.
a rumor that Maze is gonna give Gabriel that death, and I'm like, don't give it to Maze. That's like an insult to Beta at that point.
Yeah.
I could honestly, my opinion, I don't like. I'll just be straight up honest. I think that I feel like
It's
at
too
this
late
point,
for it now.
exactly. Well, there you go. You just basically said what I was going to say. Is that it's like it's like Beta's done now. The Whisperers, that's arguable, I guess, that if they're done or not. But Beta's gone. I think that death is just not going to happen, and I'm honestly disappointed.
I can't believe they did. Okay, I can understand not giving Gabriel that death, but Angela King had no excuse not to give it to Alden or Scott. I mean, come on.
Alden.
Scott, dude,
It should have
like-
been Alden. Like, Alden was literally set up for the death, man. Like, he was around Beta for episode 15 for at least half
And
of it.
Enid's death. I mean, get revenge.
No, like, no, guys. Alden was just too busy going out with Aaron for like literally what like 2 episodes. They're like out on their own hunting Beta, and it's like what a reckless plan just to be up there in that tower while Beta's down there.
Also, it's like, okay, this one really like mind screwed me, but how did Aaron and Alden fight those whispers off that had guns pointed at them? Because the masked man didn't show up till after the fighting was done.
Oh,
Exactly.
The guns
That's
were
such
empty.
it's such a plot hole.
I guess the guns were empty.
But like, why would the whispers come with empty guns? Like, why?
I don't
Whisperers
know.
are idiot boys.
It's one of those things like in season 6 when Jesus is like, do you even have any ammo? Like that's one of those situations. I'm just like, can't you at least have Aaron say that? Like something like do you even have any ammo? And the Whisper's like, oh, like, and then like by him saying that, like something happens then after that, like he like catches the Whisper off guard by saying that or something.
Exactly.
Hey Dan,
Yeah.
do you think we'll ever see Cindy again?
Oh, dude. Honestly,
Oh,
I'm actually really upset about Cindy because I don't really think they're gonna use her. I think she's turning into Oceanside's Scott, which is also messed up because she's like one of the only ones we know from Oceanside. But I think that the actress, she doesn't even really seem that involved with the show anymore. It seems like they're like, well, can you come back for one episode? We'll pay you, and it's like, oh, really? Oh, okay, I'll come back. But then, like, I got other stuff to do. Like, she doesn't seem invested anymore.
Yeah, that's so wrong. You can't just come to the show and then leave and come back whenever you want. Like, and especially if you're a minor character, you know what I mean? Like you got to build up on the show. Like, I don't
It's
get
one
it.
of it's one of those like come and go as you please type of situations.
It should not be like that.
Me personally, if I was writing, I would have killed Cindy off.
I would have actually killed her off instead of Beatrice. And I know that's an unpopular opinion, but I would have actually had her die instead of Beatrice. I feel like Beatrice may have actually had more of an interest on the show in terms of like real life and like the actress. I feel like Beatrice probably should have deserved to be on the show longer than Cindy.
Now, speaking of Beatrice, her death was brutal.
It was, but I feel like they should have just given that to Cindy and then you could end that problem.
There should have been more than one death in that finale, if I might ask. If I might add.
I would like to say that Cindy and Beatrice could just die in that episode, but then it would just feel like so obvious that they're trying to get rid of Oceanside because nobody likes it. So that's why I wouldn't do that.
I'm just gonna say
is one of the worst
Oceanside.
communities in the franchise, and they made a freaking supply drop box around it.
Oh, Oceanside, that community is just so like, it's so mediocre.
There, but it's not used.
True.
Wasn't that the same like supply drop box that they had like the Muddy Daryl? It's like, what does Muddy Daryl have to do with Oceanside?
You know, fun fact: Daryl was not actually. They didn't actually make Daryl muddy, or like in that way. Daryl was clean, but you know the packages and all that stuff, or it just came out muddy, or they literally just took some mud from the street and just like there, we changed the Daryl.
Yeah, dude. Seriously, they should have just done. You know what they should have done? They should have made a Daryl. If they're gonna make an Oceanside box, give us a new Daryl pop with like that, like like the fire extinguisher or something. Like I don't know, something like from like the season 10 premiere, like something like from that episode, like his look from the season 10 premiere, and put that, and then it would be like, yeah, Daryl was at Oceanside in that episode. That makes more sense of why he's in the box.
Like, I'm not hating on Ryan's TWD channel, but I'm surprised he's still collecting the supply drop boxes.
I can't waste the money on those supply drop boxes, honestly. I feel like there's things that I would much rather get than those at this point.
Yeah. Yo,
Like,
do you
yeah, I'm
guys think
surprised
this
your
community
Ryan
will
is
still
still-
happen? It's
what?
a comic community during the it's during the
Like,
Commonwealth
yeah, I'm
arc.
surprised
Greensville.
Ryan still, unboxes them.
Right. Do you guys think we'll still get Greensville?
It's part of the Commonwealth, so I think it's possible.
Like, do you think
But-
they'll flesh it out more, or do you think it'll just be like a one-stop location that we'll never see again?
I mean,
Oh
with
my
the
gosh, why
additional
did Kerman do that?
with the additional episodes that they're going to add to season 11, I could see maybe if they want to like go more into that, but I'm not holding my breath for it, I guess is where I'm
Hey,
at.
Dan,
Yeah.
when do you see us getting the season 10 DVD or Blu-ray?
I personally, which speaking of, I was so sad that I couldn't review a season 10 Blu-ray this year, but honestly, I think it's going to be the same as usual. I think that once we get the last 6 episodes, I think it'll release in August. And also hear me out on this, because there's no way they're not going to raise the price because the extra episodes. It's going to release at like the end of August, and it's going to be, I would say, at least $20 to $30 more, and they're really going to just try to rob people with the price.
Agreed.
I'm still gonna get it because, like, obviously I'm gonna get it. It's not something I'm not gonna get, and it's also so many episodes. But I'm just kind of concerned that the price is gonna be like way too much for what you're actually getting.
Mm-hmm.
Because, the previous seasons were kind of cheap, weren't they?
Yeah, season 8. I remember when I bought season 8. I don't know if it's because season 8 was like such like a hated season. Because when I went into the stores to buy season 8, I was just like, wow, this is like a good price. Like I can like buy a few extra things today. Like I don't even have to like waste all my money on the Walking Dead Blu-ray.
And when do you see Fear Season 6 coming on DVD or Blu-ray?
That one may actually, I hate to like disappoint all of us here because I think a lot of us probably all want to see Fear Season 6 come out as soon as possible. But you got to think about it too. If Fear only releases in April for the rest of season 6, and that's like 9 episodes, that'll probably end by like the beginning of the summer. Or if they want to just push Fear to the summer, I don't know if they're going to do that too. But like, I honestly think that Fear, you got to think about the other years they released it. I hope this isn't the case. but they may actually wait until like summer or not summer, like spring 2022 to actually finally release that season because that's when they released the other seasons.
It's like, yeah, I was 17 when Fear first premiered.
Yeah, I feel like it could be a while. Like I feel like we could go through the entirety of 2021 and not Blu-ray until the beginning of 2022 just cuz like it's going to take a while for them once the season finishes and then to put it all together. I think we're looking at early 2022.
It's like, yeah, that's another reason why I love Alicia is I was 17 when Fear first premiered, so in a way I kind of grew up with her.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's actually another reason why Alicia is my favorite character in Fear is because you got to admit, like, she's the only character we've actually followed all the way through.
I would say Daniel as well.
I would like to say Daniel, but like, I feel like Alicia more for me just personally because, like, you got to admit, the first few seasons were all about the Clark family, and she's the only one left. And not only that, but she's also a fantastic character, I feel like.
She is. She's also absolutely gorgeous. I'm just saying.
Yes, Brian. Yes, I was
Well,
gonna say somebody's got to mention it at some point.
Well, you mean she might be the only one left because Madison might still be alive, you know?
I honestly am okay if they don't have a return, and I know like I don't know how it's possible. So many people were so upset over Madison, and now she's like legendary now. I'm like, what? She wasn't that awesome.
Yeah, it's like
me
her death
personally,
made
exactly
us
the
famous.
smartest character, was she?
It is possible she might have put the Walker guts on her.
Yeah,
No, man, I don't know, but like she was even in the Talking Dead memoriam and all that. Like
if they go back on that now, that's just gonna feel terribly weird. That it's gonna feel like fan service.
Like, I mean, she did learn the Walker guts trick from Nick.
Nick was the only character, in my opinion, that I really liked.
Nick was actually a great character. I wish the actor would have stayed on because at least you guys imagine if we at least still if they wanted to do that really just out of nowhere Madison death in order for Morgan to take over. Imagine if we could at least still have her kids alive, like both Alicia and Nick. I feel like at that point it would still feel good enough, you know? Like I don't know.
it'd be fine in my opinion. Like you have Nick, Alicia, Strand, and Daniel. That's good.
Yeah, because Madison, I was never the biggest Madison supporter. I'll just be honest about that.
No, I could never stand Madison, dude. Especially when she killed Troy. I'm like, oh, come on with this.
I was just saying, as soon as she like hit Troy with the hammer, I'm like, you should have just shot Troy when instead of kicking him out and then letting him destroy the ranch. You should have just killed him at that point. That like honestly, you should have known that he was going to do something.
My biggest fear is that Maggie's going to pull some crap like that on Negan.
I'm not looking forward to that, honestly. I'm not looking forward to like Maggie like talking with Negan. I'm excited to see the interaction, but I just know full well something's gonna go down, and like she's just gonna like I feel like it's gonna be so like uncalled for because Negan's gonna be like, you left and now you're coming back and now you want to kill me? Like what?
It's like I just know Negan's gonna say you know, darling, you had your chance 7 years ago. You didn't take it.
Yeah, seriously, like, it's gonna feel so off because I hope Angela knows not to do this, but like, please don't tell me you're gonna have Maggie be like, "All right, I've been waiting long enough. I'm gonna kill you now," and it's like, no, you had your chance, just like you said, you had your chance 7 years ago. You're done. Like, give somebody else a chance.
Okay.
You know?
Would this be like the most outrageous Walking Dead moment? And think about this. If Maggie comes back in season 11, she out of nowhere like is with Negan, and there's a scene where they're talking, and then she like beats Negan's head in with a crowbar or something.
I will hate Maggie for that. Just simply, I'm just saying, I will hate Maggie for that just because of the simple reason that it would be so uncalled for after all that time.
You know, it'd be crazy. Maggie just does that, like just right then and there. And right in front of Herschel, like she didn't even know. And Herschel is just blown away. He just like, why'd you do that? Like he is just shocked. You know what I mean? That would, at least I think that would make that scene better if they did it. And I know people will be mad, but I feel like that would make the scene better.
I mean, honestly, I think I can at least, I think Matt would probably agree with me on this, but I mean, me and Matt, at least, I don't know who else here, but like we're all big Negan fans. So I feel like even if Negan dies in any kind of capacity, we're gonna be upset. Like, I feel like it doesn't matter how it happens. I feel like me and Matt both love JDM's Negan so much. Even though he killed some characters that we all love, he is a character that I will be so devastated if he actually goes.
Oh yeah, well, like I say, we are Negan.
Hey guys,
Yeah, Epic.
Yeah.
me personally, I feel that to us Negan has changed, but to Maggie's point of view, he's still the same guy that murdered Glenn.
I mean, Maggie, guys,
That's her
let's
own
be
darn
honest
fault
though.
for leaving.
Guys, let's be honest though. Maggie has been busy dealing with like a bunch of like what criminals in that show, whatever that show was, that like a bunch of like agents and whatever that show was.
Whiskey Cavalier.
Whiskey Cavalier, and it was with Noah's actor too. Was on that.
I watched the pilot, and I'll be honest, I dropped out after the pilot.
That crap got canceled after one season.
It did because everybody.
I didn't even watch it. I didn't watch it.
They would literally have an interview with like Lauren Cohen, because I remember seeing some interviews with her, and they'd be like, "What about your Whiskey Cavalier show?" And then they're like, they ask her that for like 2 seconds, and then the whole rest of the interview is about Maggie.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
my
we
Lord.
don't. Lauren Cohen will probably be like, we don't talk about Whiskey Cavalier. We're not talking about that. Like, or I'm not allowed to.
What are you talking about?
exactly.
I never heard of that show. That never happened.
Just like forget it existed.
Yeah, exactly.
Brian.
It doesn't exist. It's not. No, it's not canon. It just never happened.
Hey Brian,
Yeah, Epic.
I've always wondered why Maggie named her son after her father, but not Glenn.
I don't know. I think that
Well,
it's just
You
it
get
was
the
so
best of
brutal.
both.
I think it was just so brutal with Glenn that she just couldn't call her son that. She didn't want to because of how
She
bad
didn't
it
want to
was
be
with
like,
Glenn.
yo, my son, Glenn died.
Yeah. I
But
feel
you
like.
kind of do get Glenn's name there too, because it's Herschel Reed.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that actually might be why. I feel like you just like said exactly what I think, Matt. Is that it's like the last name is Ree, so why not have like a bit of both, Herschel, and then you have Ree, you know?
Exactly.
Herschel Reed.
Okay.
You get the joke, because, Re-Kid goes, Re.
Yes.
He gets it.
Yeah.
All joke, man. It's a crappy joke, man. I'm sorry.
I guess the
But-
next thing we
but
should
yeah,
move on
I-
to
I
talking
see-
about is World Beyond Season 2.
I see Maggie's son in the thumbnail on the live stream on YouTube, and he's a pretty cute kid.
Yeah, I wonder if that's Angela King's actual son, like the actor.
I'm
might
starting to think that might be what they're doing, because with everything going on, they may want to get like the less amount of actors on there, like that's from somewhere else as possible. So they may try that.
Angela Kang's just like, yo, kid, you better get your acting chops in order. It's acting day for you.
Yeah.
So
Kid's
Matt
like,
said,
oh, I don't want to act. No. Just
Like, that's
drags him out of the
perfect.
house. You're going to acting.
Yeah.
So I guess we can talk about World Beyond Season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
Haven't
I feel
watched
like
that.
It's a topic we haven't really discussed too much. Okay, so I guess to start World Beyond Season 2 off, what do you guys think of what do you guys think that whole group that Will was with is going to be like?
Hey guys, how do you like this for World Beyond Season 2? Iris dies, and then that pushes Hope to become a stronger and maybe more evil-spirited character.
Okay. It started. You got me with the Iris dies part. You got my interest there.
Yeah, I mean we're all up for that.
We're all down. Like, kill her off screen if you have to.
Yeah.
You know what I would. It'd be crazy. Like World Beyond Season 2, it ends. I don't know why, but I just love this idea. I told Dan about this, but I don't know if you guys remember. So you have Hope and her dad trying to escape the CRM. They're trying to get to one of where they know there's a helicopter, and you have CRM soldiers following them from behind in his hallway. And then you have one in front of them. You have a CRM soldier in front of them. He tells them to get down. They get down, and he shoots all the guys. He shoots the guys behind them, and he gets them onto the helicopter. Hope, let's just say she knows how to fly it. They take off, and then she thanks him and asks who he is, and then the guy takes off his helmet, and it's Rick Grimes. Like, I'm just saying that is I would love that,
dude.
But
that actually is a really good lead-in, though. I remember you said that. That's a great way. They got to do something. Like, they have to, think about it. If Andrew Lincoln is gonna fly into the U.S. in 2021 to film the movie, imagine because I don't even think season 2 of World Beyond started filming yet. So they could literally have it to where World Beyond season 2 is filming. The movies are starting to film around that same time, and the timeline in our real world makes sense for Andrew Lincoln to be like, okay, you're gonna appear in the season 2 finale, and then you're gonna start the movie.
I like it. Yo, I was just gonna mention, since Silas's character, I feel like doesn't have any more to offer really. I feel like Silas should have been gunned down by the CRM in the season 1 finale, and it would have made for a shocking moment, and it would have been an actual main character death.
Yeah, I don't understand why they didn't kill him. The CRM murdered the campus colony, 10,000 people. Why did they arrest Silas? That's not their style.
No, it's not. Definitely not. It felt off.
Yeah, it was weird.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Out of the World Beyond season 1 cast, who should die in season 2?
Iris. First
Silas and Iris.
Iris, I would actually say Iris, and I would love it, but I don't think Huck will die. But I'd be okay with it because I just don't like her.
I think Huck will appear in the movies, unfortunately.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I want her to die, but we all know full well they're trying to build up her character to where she'll stick around. I'm just like, no.
I feel like
Felix I could see dying, sadly. I feel like we could actually see the death of Felix.
Yeah, that's
it
true.
It is possible. I feel like they should keep either Elizabeth or Huck for the movies, but kill one of them in season 2.
An unpopular opinion, but I actually like Elizabeth more because I think that she's actually I think they actually have a decent actress for her. I think she could actually do okay in the movie.
What the heck happened to that character Barca? He just disappeared in episode 3.
Yeah, they took him to I guess one of those brainwashing camps that, who knows, maybe Rick got sent to a lot.
Maybe Rick's a bad guy now.
I just hate how you guys all have to be. Isn't it just terrible, Derek, for all this time of maybe Rick's doing this, maybe Rick's doing that? I just want to know what he's up to already.
Rick's
come on,
a bad
movies.
dude now. What are you talking about?
Yeah. What?
My opinion, I know it sucks waiting for these movies, but at least Rick had a better exit than Michonne.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that Michonne, I'm disappointed in Michonne's leave, but I think Rick, I'm grateful they didn't kill off Rick because obviously he's my favorite character, and I would be really mad at the show if they did that. But I'm also just thinking to myself, I'm I really hope these movies happen because, man, it's starting to feel like did they really make the right call of not just killing him off? Because it's I'm glad the movies are happening, but I want to actually see the movies because I'm at a point where I'm man, they should have thought it through before writing his character to be alive.
Big time.
Because me personally,
it feels like a mess.
I didn't like Michonne's exit.
Virgil ruined it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a weird character.
Also, when Michonne spared Virgil, I'm oh, okay, this is not Michonne.
It isn't. It really isn't.
It felt like forced writing. Honestly, when Michonne's just taking his life, what is that going to do? I would be standing there. I'd be I'd just be Michonne, please, just take your sword and just take him out.
Well, first of all, this guy kidnaps and locks people up and then drugs them. So that's a thing.
I wouldn't mess with Michonne. I wouldn't be that person to be if you don't kill him, I will. But I would try to say nicely to her because you don't mess with Michonne. But I would say can you just please get rid of this one problem?
Yeah.
Why'd they bring him back in the finale? He did nothing.
He popped up in the finale and I was so upset.
He kidnapped Connie, and I have a feeling that she's not being taken to be saved. I have a feeling that he's gonna mess her up or something.
I have a feeling the Connie stuff is gonna be. I feel like Connie is gonna be a storyline they do in early season 11, and it's just gonna be. I feel like it's just not gonna work out. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Virgil does anything to Connie. I hope like this would be cool, but I feel like Virgil might be a minor threat for season 11. Imagine like Daryl finds out where Virgil's hiding out, and imagine like him and Virgil fight. It's like a brief fight because Daryl would wipe the floor with Virgil.
Yeah,
And
Virgil.
imagine he gets his hunter's knife and just plunges it into his chest.
Yeah,
dude,
I feel like the one character that should, maybe this is an unpopular opinion for a lot of people, but I think that the way to redeem Carol is if Carol's the one that rescues Connie. That's just
And
my
kills
opinion.
Virgil.
Yeah, I feel like at that point it'd be like, okay, the Carol we love, she's coming back. You know, like that's the perfect idea if you ask me.
She has to rescue Connie.
Yeah.
Virgil. Wait, I just want to say real quick, Virgil could not even handle walkers. He cannot handle Daryl.
No,
He'd get his ass kicked.
he's terrible.
Yeah.
He's such
Hey,
a crap
Dan.
character.
Yeah, Epic.
Back in season 1 of the original show, did you see Daryl and Carol outliving everyone?
Well, honestly, when I watched season 1, I'll be honest, the characters I saw, obviously Carol, I think we can all agree, Carol is not a character we expected to see survive until the like past the show. I feel like now we can say past the show, but
I thought
like,
Daryl would have died like in like season 2. I thought he was
Me-
like this redneck trash that would have just been killed in a few seasons or like a
Me
season
too.
even.
when I watched season 1, I was like watching Daryl's character. I'm like, man, somebody's going to put this guy down at some point because he's just going to be so out of control. Like, that's honestly the original thought I had. But
Yeah.
if I have to be honest, I think the characters I thought that were going to survive when I saw the first season was like, I thought Rick would until the last episode, and then Carl would survive the series. Like, I always thought Carl would be the character that would survive.
He was going to survive.
Yeah.
Who? No,
Because
I'm
this
talking about
is
just someone else.
creepy. That Daryl has outlived Shane, he's outlived T-Dog, Lori, Rick, Carl,
Andrea.
Andrea.
I thought, what's his name? I thought Dale might live. Knew that Rick would live and his kid. Who else?
I thought Dale would have lived until like season 4 or 5.
He was
I
meant
thought-
to, but he left early because the original director season 1 and 2 left, so he left too.
Well, just think, Dale would have been around until like I don't know if they would have done the same thing, but he may have taken the Bob like leg, part.
Oh, he did that in the comic book, and it was amazing.
I thought Daryl
Yeah.
would go till season 6, and that's it. Like, I thought he was going to get the Negan kill, or the Lucille death.
They really tricked us with the whole Daryl like getting the Negan kill idea, because throughout all of season 6, they just make it feel like that's what's going to happen.
You know,
Yeah.
Dwight shot Daryl to
that
him
was so
so
dumb.
Negan wouldn't kill him.
No, wait, are you sure, Matt? I don't think that's ever been confirmed. I don't think that was confirmed.
It is because Negan doesn't like kill like cripples or like stuff like
He only
that.
kills people who are able.
Yeah,
I didn't personally think, even when Dwight, I'm actually a little bit more on Brian's side with this one. I think that, like, when it comes to Dwight shooting Daryl, I feel like it didn't put Daryl off limits and by any means to actually get killed. I feel like being shot or not, if Daryl just looked like the right person to Negan, he would have just done it. I feel like, honestly.
Yeah, if Negan, why was he brought to the lineup anyway? Like, if that was the case, and also it was pretty clear that Dwight was a jerk in season 6 and 7, and then eventually wanted to fight back against Negan. After Sherry left.
I could even imagine, like, would you imagine if maybe, like, obviously this would get people really upset if Daryl died like this, but like they could even do something to where Negan, you remember in the comic and in the TV show too, he's talking to like all these people. He goes up to Maggie, he goes up to Abraham, he talks to like Carl a little bit. But like, imagine if because he didn't really talk to Daryl much when he first stepped out of that RV. He didn't talk to him at all, I don't think. But like, he could have like gone up to Daryl and been like, Dwight here says that like you could be a big problem, like just something to where it's like it makes you think like, ooh, Daryl's in danger or something.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing. So you say like, I think Matt said that Negan doesn't kill cripples, but it's like, well, but like then again, he wants people to work for him, so he is okay with killing tough people or dangerous people, able bodies. So it's kind of confusing. It's kind of like back and forth. Like, does Negan want to? Yeah, Epic.
No, I just said I'm back.
if you remember in the season 3 trailer for The Walking Dead, there was a quick shot of, I think, T-Dog holding a walker that looked like Daryl.
I actually don't remember that.
If you guys didn't know, Daryl was actually supposed to die in season 1, and there's a leaked screenshot of him hanging from an elevator shaft with his guts hanging out.
You know, honestly, you know what's even crazier though? Honestly, like that's the thought of that is insane. But the crazier thought to me is when you find out that Norman Reedus actually auditioned to play Merle. I was like,
yeah. If
I
you
like how
think
they
about it,
flopped.
you know what's funny is when you auditioned for, or when you got to play Warper Mick, it's literally the exact same thing with Norman
Oh yeah,
Reedus.
Warper was gonna die at the end of season 1, by the way, but because I'm a badass actor, I lived till the final season.
yeah,
That's
dude,
great.
you're epic, man. You are amazing.
Thanks. By the way, I want to say this real quick. With Warper and stuff, we actually talk about possibilities and stuff. They don't just like write stuff in.
Yeah,
Because since I play the character, I have to be in the mood because I'm a method actor.
yeah.
Which means, let's say if something doesn't make sense, I'll bring it up with them straight up.
Yeah, because when I thought your character was killed off like in season 2, I was honestly like in my review, I was kind of bummed out. I'm just like, man,
I looked
like
real sad, dude. I was looking at Jim like, oh, he doesn't know.
I know, because I was like so like just sitting there like thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, okay, like this was a good episode, but like there's just that one problem, you know? Like I don't know.
Main
Hey,
villain's
Dan.
dead.
Yeah. Well, what epic?
When are you gonna upload the top 5 best characters from Survival of the Fittest season 2?
The top 5, yeah. I was gonna. The thing about it is, I actually do have the top 5 list. I have the top 5 list made, but I didn't know if you guys want to like see an extended version and me like try to pick like maybe 10 characters, or if you guys just want me to do 5.
Because Survival of the Fittest season 2 is amazing.
It is, dude. I love it, and I even I even did an early review too for the season 3 premiere because I actually did get thanks to Megaman, I actually did get a quick look at the first episode.
Hey, I was wondering, would you guys be okay if I ended it soon? Ended the live stream?
Oh, yeah,
you
no
could,
mind.
you could end it. We could still just chat, just on our own.
Yeah, that'd
accord.
be cool, man.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Oh, yeah, also, Dan,
Yeah.
you should. Can you do a character spotlight on Comic Negan?
Yeah. Comic. Well, first of all, also the character spotlight videos. I also am going to be coming up with a new character series really soon, which is about to actually be announced too. This new character series, I will just say, it is a lot like the spotlights, but it's gonna be different. I'll just say, but I will just say once I start that new character series, Comic Negan could definitely be one of the first ones we do.
Can I make a guess, Dan?
Yeah, absolutely.
Comic versus TV versions, like that's what the new series you're doing? Like a comic versus the TV translation. Like you compare both versions, say which one you like better.
Yeah, that would be a fun series. I'm not going to confirm anything yet. Obviously, I'll save it for when it's announced. But that is a fun series. That definitely would be a fun series to do.
Okay.
Because Dan, I know I suggested Strand to be your first character.
Yeah, Strand from Fear of. That's an interesting one because man, his character, his journey from the beginning to now, even though he's like kind of starting to go back to his old ways, it would still be a very interesting video to talk about his character.
You know, because you never did a good and bad video on him.
Yeah, the only reason why I'm switching up the good and bad videos is because I think we can all agree. Like, I think every once in a while, it's good to kind of change things up and kind of try to change up the series a little bit. That's really the only reason why I'm doing it, is just to really make sure that everybody is enjoying those and they don't get stale. Is I guess the main thing I'm trying to say.
Because those good and bad videos were amazing.
Yeah, also because like I even made sure for the last one I did like a huge like 20-minute video for the last video I did, just to kind of make sure like it goes out with a bang. But I will definitely, I'll just say whatever the new series is, which I can't wait to announce that to you guys. We're definitely gonna start off with some characters that I've heard some mentions about. We're gonna do, Strand, and then maybe Comic Negan, and kind of carry on, past that as well.
Hey, guys, before I go, I really have to leave the next minute or so. I was wondering, okay, so next stream, I think if you guys want, I think I want to talk about Fear's pilot. Season 1, episode 1, the pilot.
Oh, I
And-
love the beginning of Fear, dude.
And I'm not sure when exactly, but it's gonna be, I think, either tomorrow night or Saturday night. It's gonna be one of those 2 times. I'm not sure when I could do the stream, but either tomorrow night or Saturday night.
Whenever you guys are down, I'm down.
Cool, man.
My only problem with Fear Season 1 was how poorly executed the whole, crumbling Los Angeles stuff was.
Yeah, that is true. I actually do still like, though, the fall of like the city and stuff. I still actually enjoyed some of that, but season 1 did have some flaws. I'll definitely agree with that.
All right, guys. So I want to thank you guys so much for this. Thank you guys so much for almost 3 hours.
Thank you very much, Brian, for actually doing this too, man. I loved being a part of this once again.
Yeah, you're absolutely welcome.
Great stream, guys.
Yeah, this was crazy. All of us together. But yeah, thank you guys so much. And you guys have